Everybody loved him. Hundreds of people would be by the courthouse, and he, put up his finger to the government, and that's it. This man is dying, and you still have him in solitary confinement. He was tied, his feet to the bed, and his hands were tied to the bed. People want to question if my father was weak or tough. He had a severe kidney infection. He was sick. He didn't get to see a doctor. By the time he got off the bus, he was covered in blood. If there was ever a time to become a rat or something, it would have been then. No, instead he fought 5 trials. Eli has never had any conversation with my father. You lie about my son? Like, this is how sick they are. I defend my family. I think I do a pretty good job of defending my family. But other people defend my family also. I don't ask them to do it, but they do. Hi, Marla.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, everybody. How is everyone tonight? Hello, Mobland. Hello, Mark Schumacher. What'd you say, Mark? Tough looking at John locked up must be hard on your family, Angel, knowing that they invented new rules to put him there. So many things wrong with how he was tried. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Mark. Hi, Cletus. How are you? And thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. I love that color. Red is my favorite color. Hello, Teresa Murphy. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Mark. How are you, Mark? Hi, Claudio. Hi, Cromel. Let's see. Hello, Gianni. How are you, Gianni? How are you? Hello, Tina Orlando. And there's one for you too, Marla. Thank you, Gianni.
Aw, thank you, Gianni.
Okay, I said hello to Tina. Let's see. Arlene, how are you? Teresa Murphy. I see part of the show titles. Yeah, I'll explain that in a minute. I was just scrolling down YouTube and I saw this. I never saw it before. This maybe I'll show it. This video of somebody that was in prison with my father, and they were asking him questions because the man is a black man. They asked him if my dad was racist. He was in Marion with my dad. So I said, oh, you know what? This is good to show. I'll show this tonight.
I saw that video before.
You did see it? How come you never told me?
Hell, Angel, I think I saw it because of you. But I seen that guy talk before, and then I saw the video.
Oh, okay. I never saw it before. So I was I said, oh, I should show everybody this. So we'll see how it plays out. It's not long either. Hi, Mob Rat Hunter. Okay, Mob Rat Hunter. And hello, Carol. How are you, Carol? Let's see. Oh, you know what I was watching? I was watching the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Did you ever see that, Marla?
I did. Did you watch the old one?
This is the old one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's on Tubi.
It's on MeTV, and I'm sorry I didn't know it was on earlier. I would have recorded it. You know what I recorded last week? I think it was Godzilla.
I saw that one too.
Yeah, so I want to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. But I haven't watched it yet. Yeah. Everybody, please share this link. And that is for Jacob. And I will I'm going to show everybody. I made the donation today. Whoever gave me money last night, I made the donation, and I will show it to you. Uh, let's see who else is here. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Hello, Joff. How are you, Joff? Hello, Captain Pool Body. What's that? Oh, hold on.
A little more, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's good. Uh, the chat keeps jumping on me. I think it's good, Vic. Hello, Jason Storman. How are you? And Maureen. Petey, how are you? Emmanuel. Hey, teacher. Damn it, Mandy. Palato. Top G2GG. How are you? And Finn Freak. How are you, Finn Freak? Damn it, Mandy. Gerard. Hello there, Chicky. How are you, Chicky? Hello, Maureen. Hello, Brian. Hi, Jared. Hi, David. Okay. Charles Sullivan, how are you? How was your day, Marla?
Uh, it was surprising. Surprising.
Okay. That's it?
Um. Oh, and I tried that bentonite in my hair. You probably don't know what that is. The bentonite clay. It really worked. It does. So if anybody's, yeah, you guys should try that.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Hello, Mr. Wall. How are you? And hello, Angela Right Winger. And Dragon Reborn. Okay. So now tell me, what is this called now?
Well, I bentonite my hair. I don't want, you know how, like, instead of washing my hair, I put bentonite clay in my hair. So I wash it, and then I have to henna it right after because your hair has to be clean before you can henna it. So that's what I did.
Okay. What is benzonite?
It's Indian clay.
So so it, so what do? You put benzonite on your hair
Well,
and
it's clay, so it's in a powdered form. So
okay.
I put the apple cider vinegar, and you have to mix it up until it's kind of like a certain consistency.
Okay.
And then you put it in your hair, and then you have to leave it in for at most 30-45 minutes, and then you rinse it out.
Okay. You rinse it, you don't wash it?
Well, that's the bentonite clay. That's what it does. It kind of cleans your hair.
Okay. And so what does it do? How does it make your hair?
Well, for me, because I don't I wear my hair natural. I'm natural, so I don't put chemicals in my hair because I can't do that.
Okay.
So it just defines it. Like my curls just defines it.
Oh, okay. So does it make your hair like straight or anything like that?
No, my hair is naturally curly.
Yeah, mine too. I have very curly hair, but it takes me forever to make it straight. And I'm tired.
Yeah. I have to like go to a salon and I'm there for like 5 hours for them to straighten it, and it lasts us for like 2 weeks. Then it goes back to this curly.
Oh, okay.
I look like I stuck my head in a finger like a socket. It goes back to this curly, matted ish. So I have to use certain things on my hair because I don't put chemicals on it.
Joff says my hair is naturally beautiful.
You're one of the lucky ones.
Yes, you are. You are very lucky that your hair is naturally beautiful. Hi, Josie. How are you?
What's up, Josie?
How are you? Okay, so let me show everybody what I wanted to show everyone. Okay, so I don't know if I should show the list of who. I don't know if people want to show their name with how much they sent. So I'm just going to tell you that it added up to $181. Okay, of the people that sent the cash apps, it was $181. And right there it says, I wasn't going to put my name because that one wasn't from me. So it was $181. And oh, here it is. Here's the receipt. So this is everybody who gave a cash app last night. This is the receipt for the donation, and it was $181. Thank you very much.
Okay, good.
Okay, you're good with that, Marla?
Yeah, and I'll send more. I'll do
Yep.
it, and I'll if you give me that thingy, I'll have my kids do it for me, whatever they do it, so that I don't have to do it on here.
Okay, very good. So yeah. So and everybody, please, if you if you check in the description of this show right here, I put the link in the description. So if everybody wants to donate to Jacob, please do that. And I see other content creators are doing show. Oh, here, Assassinino dropped the link. Thank you, Assassinino. So everybody, please give a donation. Let me see what they're up to right now. Let's see. We could check it out right now. Hold on.
Yeah, because we're trying to get them to 50, right?
No, it's not actually 50. MRE read that wrong. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah. Can everybody see it? Can you see it, Marla?
wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, is that
500,000.
500,000? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to refresh it. I just wanted everybody to see over here see where it says your donation. That's the donation from people who gave me the cash apps. And it is $181. I wanted to show that before I refreshed it to see how much he's up to right now. Let's see. Okay, not that much more. $14,731.
Wow.
Oh, what's that?
Where are they from? I didn't.
You know what? I didn't even thank you so much, Charles. Thank you. I donated directly to his GoFund. Okay, so this is for Jacob. Thank you so much, and I will put that in as well. Okay, so where is he from? This is Jacob's dad. Where is he from?
Because I don't know if this is everywhere, but I when I used to work at WVU, we that's where the children. So if anything major happens, everybody goes to WVU. And so what I was going to say is we have like what's called a Ronald McDonald House, where when the parents, if they don't live in the area, they can stay there. The family can. So I know that they were saying, I was listening to both JTP and MRE, and they were talking about like the travel expenses.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like if people knew where they were from, they could try to like find organizations like that.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That's the part that I don't understand yet because
Yeah.
a friend of mine, she had a little boy who had cancer and he died. But I can't remember which one she said helped her. Um one of them did help her, one of them did not. So he died I think like about 10 years ago. So I don't remember which place helped him, if it was the Ronald McDonald House, or I think she said one of them wouldn't help her son because they didn't want their statistics to be low. Like, in other words, they wanted their statistics. um he was not going to beat it. You understand? He wasn't going to beat it. So I
Um,
guess, yeah, so they didn't want that to be to be part of their down statistics.
oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
it is horrible. And but let me tell you who helped her tremendously. The New Jersey Housewives?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Dina Manzo. Dina Manzo helped her so much. They would do fundraisers for her son. She really, really was into. I forgot what her charity was called. Was it Ladybug? Something like that. And she helped.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it's called Ladybug. Yeah, I
Okay,
remember
so
that.
that's
Yeah.
it. Yes, she helped her so much. And she made, she brought a lot of awareness to it and everything. They had fundraisers like at Russo's on the Bay and stuff. She was a very, very good that way, Dina Manzo. But you know what? He died anyway. It was very, very, very
I
sad.
hate to hear that.
Yeah. And he was a baby. He was only about how old is he? 6 or 7? 6, I think. He was a nightmare. Julian, his name is.
And
Julian.
I used to work for an insurance company, so I'm just hoping they appeal that, because just because they deny it, you can always appeal. And if you get somebody like me, like I spent hours trying to find a way around loopholes. Like that's my thing. I find loopholes like no other.
Really? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I don't understand. How can an insurance company deny you your sick child? I don't
They do it all
understand
the
that.
time.
They do it?
Yeah, don't you remember the whole Grey's Anatomy? Like every time they all got in trouble for trying to do something for a patient without insurance or that denied their insurance, they could do it. They're terrible.
It's terrible. It really is terrible. But it's a little boy.
Yeah.
Remember the movie John Q or something like that where he held up the whole house?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, it was Denzel Washington. It was a movie where his son was sick and the insurance wouldn't pay for it, so
Yep.
he held up the hospital, and he he did it at gunpoint, and he
Yeah,
made
was
them,
that a true story?
Yes, I think it was based upon one.
and he made them perform the surgery, and I it's been so long. I think at the end of the movie, he got not guilty, but they did find him guilty for something towards the end of the movie. But you know what? It was totally worth it.
It was worth it, right?
Yeah.
So did they give his son the surgery?
Yeah, he forced them. That's what they put him in jail for.
Okay,
He held
okay.
them at gunpoint and made them perform the surgery. It was something to that effect.
Yeah, it was such a good movie.
Yeah,
How
it
come
was
I
really good.
didn't see that movie?
With what's his face?
Denzel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. But yeah, when I worked at there, I was like, do you remember the movie Incredibles?
The Incredibles, yes.
The card, you remember the dad when he was a superhero and then he went to work for an insurance company and the
Oh,
old lady
right.
that was me.
That was what?
That was me. Finding loopholes to get around when they get denied for stuff.
Oh.
Submit this form, submit that form, do this, do that. And then it'll get approved. And if you do this, I'll look for it. I'll do this. Yeah. They don't like that. They don't like people like me working for them.
No, but I just think that's it's really I don't understand how you can do that to a child. I really don't. I would hold up a hospital too. I don't get it.
Numbers and money.
It's all about numbers and money. It's really sickening. There's a Ronald McDonald House in Houston next to a hospital that has some of the world's top cardiac surgeons. Also, what about the Freemasons? They help with this stuff. What are the Freemasons? Could somebody explain what Freemasons are? I don't have a clue what they are.
The Freemasons?
Yeah.
Something that our presidents were a part of. Certain presidents.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. We didn't even eat dinner yet. Okay. I don't know what they are. Let's see. Oh, Heidi shared his GoFundMe today. Okay, good. Insurance companies only care about the money. Yeah, they are. You're right. That's heartless denying a child. It's a sin. Yes, it is. It's a sin. Let's see. Gianni, doesn't it say they might cover it? It does say that. It said they might. What? What they say? It might deny it. I don't know about this, but I had issues with my daughter. She spent weeks in hospital at 6 from a rare illness, and we had issues with our insurance. So a Medicare type insurance picked it up. What do you mean Medicaid? Is that what I think that's a Medicaid. Medicare is for older people. I wish they had a heart hospital for children like St. Jude that does any kind of surgery and a kind of anything that involved children's cancer. They treat them, no cost to the family. I wish I could remember which one it was that didn't do it. Like there's rules that kids should have access to insurance, so maybe family can apply for emergency state. Yeah, there's got to be something. I don't understand how you can just leave unless maybe
You should be able, if one of, I mean, the thing of it is that you could do it. I don't know if it's illegal to say this or not, but you could do it because even depend, I mean, when it comes to a kid, like if one parent wasn't working, that's a loss of a job, so that they could qualify if depending on what the other parent's income is for Medicaid, and Medicaid will go back as far as 3 months for any unpaid bills, so they would be able to do that. I'm pretty good at that because like I dealt with Medicaid, Medicare. That's more for elderly. Um, but yeah, they could do that as well, but that would mean somebody would have to indefinitely, like, I don't know if you can quit it. It's basically a loss of a job, basically, is what you would do.
see that's the thing. The GoFundMe could be for traveling expenses. The parent has to stay home from work. The parent, they're gonna need food. They're gonna need, a whole bunch of stuff for him. So hotel rooms. Maybe that could be it.
And Catholic Charities is really good too, because I've worked with them as well, and they're usually in every state.
I wonder if they contacted Catholic Charities.
Yes, they're good, and they have, and that's actually in every state. I mean, it depends on what church or whatnot you're from, or I don't know if some people are kind of finicky when they label it by faith, but yeah, they're really good, and sometimes it doesn't even matter most of the time if you're Catholic or not, they will help, and it's just certain things that they can help you with as far as food goes. Sometimes they will take up a donation. Or they at the very least they can put you in the right path. Like the good thing about working with them is that even if they can't help you, they have so many connections, they could put you on the right path to where to go and who to actually talk to bypass a lot of foolishness, so to speak.
I wonder if they tried contacting them.
That would be worth a shot. Honestly, Catholic Charities is really good.
I had a relative's kid that had something similar, and they almost lost the house even though they had insurance. Your kid in the hospital for weeks is rough. You can't work. The kid's fighting for their life. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's very frustrating, some of the situations you run across, especially I feel bad the most when it's a child or when it's the elderly, because I feel like a child is just starting out and the elderly have already paid their dues. So you got to make it work for them come hell or high water.
Exactly. Mass General would do the operation. No one's refused, really. I wonder if they know about all of that. Oh, the Masons, it's a secret society?
I'm sorry. What
So
did I
the
mean?
Masons are a secret society.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And what do they do that's in secret?
I don't know if the Freemasons, I don't know if it's the same thing as the Illuminati thing. I think it's somewhere along those lines.
Okay. But what do they do?
They're supposed to be like a secret organization that kind of controls everything in some shape, way, or form. I believe they're supposed to be a satanic group.
What?
I mean, that's just what I'm saying. They're supposed to be a satanic group.
Is it like a like organized crime group?
Nope. A little bit more secret than that.
Yeah.
Secret in the sense that everybody knows about them, but they don't know. You don't know the membership, that type of thing. I mean, there's been speculation as to who was a member and whatnot, but like they say, Beyonce and Jay-Z are part of, Illuminati. That it's like that in a sense.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Are the Bushes a part of this group?
Or the Kennedys? I don't know. No comment. We better change the subject or we're going to be on a watch list.
Yeah, right. I know of a family that came from Ukraine because of war, etc., and those kids got insurance ASAP. But our American children are having issues. It's sad. Yeah, it really is sad. It is sad.
You can apply for emergency assistance. That might be something they would be able to do as well. I know that because when you work with kids in a foster care system, they that's an incentive they give to people if they, to kind of help them foster.
What do you mean?
Well, it doesn't always work out that way. I've had cases where like you got to take because sometimes if you're fostering kids, a parent that's fostering for any reason can file a notice with the court. It's just a simple piece of paper or whatever. They got to contact their worker and they'll say, it's a notice to quit. And that means that they have to, the child within 10 days, come hell or high water, the child has to be out of their home. So then they have to find another family that can take them. But if it's like a new kid or if it's a kid that they're still trying to get paperwork and stuff on, sometimes you have to be willing to just take them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've done that. You do that. But you can apply for the emergency assistance. Eventually all that stuff will come, but it could take a minute. Depending on what the judge says. There's a lot of people involved, but you can apply for like emergency assistance for some people. And they'll allow you to it's like for the medical part of it. So hopefully his family will be able to do something along those lines.
I think I asked you this once before. Did you foster any kids?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so you did. Just think how much money the feds waste. They should pick up the tab for all children. Could you
Exactly. They should really, honestly, I wish they would shut down that whole snitch program they have and dedicate it, that money towards these kids.
They would never. You can't really work when your child is fighting for their life. I don't know about this situation, but I honestly had a family member in hospital for weeks and almost lost their home. I think I read that before, didn't I?
Yes.
Hello, Tony Silo, Angel, and everyone. Angel, Marla, and everyone else. There is a must treat law in the USA now if an implant or transplant are involved in the hospitals. Really? So I'm confused. Hmm.
He would well the see the stipulation was say he was home. He would have to be. It would have to be a situation with some hospitals. I don't know about this. Like if he, God forbid, something bad were to happen, and he came to the hospital through ambulance or through the ER as an
Uh-huh.
emergency, yes, they would have to perform that surgery.
Well, how can any hospital deny a child? Like, I don't get it. Let's see. Oh, they're like a cult, very private members. Oh, okay. Freemasons is an organization of people who believe in brotherhood and helping others. That's what the internet says. My heart breaks for this family. The worst thing as a parent is watching your child. Exactly. Exactly. Supposedly, God created male and female eons. Sophia, the wisdom goddess, reproduced asexuality. I don't even know what any of that means. Like, I'm sorry, Augusta. I don't even know what any of that means.
In layman's terms.
Yeah.
No, I was telling him to put it in layman's terms because I
Yeah.
didn't get that either.
Anyone can join. Okay. Going directly to the surgeon or another surgeon that do that operation works too. They have the power to get around insurance and surgery. That's what I don't understand. I don't get it. Unless it's just like they need the money for traveling and not working and stuff like that. And maybe getting him medication is expensive.
Yes, yes.
And like little boys, they want toys and stuff. Food, they have to eat, they have to travel, hotel rooms.
Well, I know that children's hospitals are really good at that. Unfortunately, my daughter was sick, well, hurt, and we had to spend our Christmas in a children's hospital. They're very good about like trying to figure out what it is they want, certain toys or things that kind of make being in a hospital during that time a little bit more enjoyable. They have Santa. They do a lot of stuff like that. So, I mean, I do know children's hospitals that people are a lot more, they do give a little bit more. So they do make it a little bit more enjoyable for the kids and a little accommodating for the parents. So I don't know what kind of hospital he's having a surgery in.
I don't know.
That's another thing.
I don't know. But your daughter was in the hospital for Christmas?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh my God.
I had two, and then one of them got to come home. It was a car accident.
Are
So,
you kidding?
yeah.
But I mean, they turned out okay, right?
Yeah, well the worst of it was one daughter had a ping pong injury to the top of her head, and then my daughter had a her femur broke in half.
Oh my God. Are you kidding
So
me?
she was in traction, and but they're very accommodating. They're very good, as much as they can be. Because while we were waiting for insurance and stuff to do stuff with the our car for the
Yeah.
rental and everything, while we were waiting for all that to come through, the hospital actually they came. We lived in Mansfield. Well, it was Arlington technically, and the hospital, Children's Hospital, was in Fort Worth, and they came and picked us up.
Really?
Well, we had to stay all day. I mean, you had to stay. They came and picked us up. You had to stay all day. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, I mean, you still. I mean, it was yeah. They came and got us, and took us. Yeah, so it was really nice. They have social workers at the hospital that kind of help families with transitioning periods like that.
Oh, okay. So maybe, I don't know. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. So maybe, hopefully, maybe they already know. Um, I don't know. Thank God I've never had to go through that.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have like little Chucky was in the hospital quite a few times, but thank God it was she had coverage, and we did we have to stay there overnight? Oh yeah, she had to stay overnight, I think twice.
No, more than that.
What?
Uh,
When you broke your elbow?
when I was really young.
Yeah.
No, when I was really young.
Yeah, when you were really young, and they thought you had they thought she had scarlet fever.
What is that? I've heard of it.
Yeah, because her knees they blew up and they were red. And when you touched them, they were hot. Her knees were hot. And it turned out to be a juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. That's what it turned out to be.
Oh wow.
But we had to stay overnight in the hospital because they were running so many tests on her.
Do you want some salad?
No, I'm good. Thank you. So here's a funny story. Little Chucky used to have nightmares about Freddy Krueger and who was the other one? Jason. Right? So I said to her, no, you don't have to be afraid of them. You don't have to be scared of them. Papa killed them. So she said, what do you mean? I said, Papa killed them. She said, oh, you sure Papa? I said, Papa killed them. She goes, oh, is that why he's in prison? Yes.
Did you really tell her that?
Yes, I
Did she
did.
believe you?
Oh, yes, she did. So I told her these are just old movies from them. But your papa killed them. They're dead. So, and she was so happy, right? She was so happy. Now, look, problem solved. She started going to sleep. Well, she wasn't having a problem sleeping anymore. She wasn't scared anymore. She knew they were dead. Okay. So now I take her to the hospital because her knees are burning red and they are blown up. And she's a little bitty thing. She's only like, excuse me, what were you, 4 years old? I got the hiccups again. 4 years old. So they had to do they had to stick a needle in her knees.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. They had to stick the needle in her knee because they thought there was going to be fluid in there, right? They thought this scarlet fever thing. So I'm closing my eyes. I'm holding on to her. I'm devastated. I'm crying. I'm trying to stay calm. And all of a sudden she goes to the doctor. My pop-up's going to kill you. I just looked looked like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? And she goes, my pop killed Freddy Krueger and Jason, and he's gonna kill you too. I thought I was gonna die. I said, oh my God. So I looked at him. I said, well, like I looked at him and I was like, well, she doesn't have nightmares anymore. Remember that, Vic?
What did your dad say when you saw?
He used to get the things that I used to tell these kids. You have no idea. Like, I don't know how they're not scarred for life with the things that I used to tell them. They still won't go in the ocean today because I used to tell them, don't go in the ocean. There's things in the ocean. Like, why can't we go in the ocean? No, don't go in there. People go to the bathroom in there. The little cocky's gonna go by you're gonna float by your legs. And women, they get their cycle in there. Don't go, it's gonna float past your legs. Needles, you step on needles. Because I was always terrified of the ocean, so I didn't want them to go in the ocean. So I told them everything and anything you could think of to keep them out. I kept them out of the ocean. And still till today, they don't go. Yep, cocky. That's right. Cocky in the ocean.
That's a good one. I'm using that one.
It's true. They never went in the ocean. They don't like the ocean at all. Go in the pool. Don't go in the ocean. Especially if I'm not there. Forget it. Don't go in there. And they still don't go. So, yeah, I used to tell them all these things like all these crazy things, like especially like with my father and stuff like that. Listen, it worked. She wanted to know why he was in prison, and the whole Freddy Krueger and Jason worked, and she was happy, and she slept, and she wasn't mad at my father, and she accepted it, and that's it. It worked. That's it. Is it Heidi's birthday? Happy birthday, Heidi.
Happy birthday.
Yes, exactly, Gerard. The ocean is filthy. Oh, it is filthy.
Well, isn't it filtered?
What?
Well, doesn't the rainwater clear it out or clean it?
I don't know what the hell.
Well, if you think an ocean is dirty, hell, we had lakes. We had lakes. You can imagine how dirty those were.
Yeah, see, lakes, you have to be careful because they have parasites in them. Lakes.
What?
Yeah, they have little parasites in the lake, especially if it's a man-made. Those. Ooh. He killed Freddy and Jason, and he's gonna kill you. That's right. But she said it like this, and he's gonna kill you. The way she was, and she's this little tiny peanut. She was so tiny, and that's what she said. And he's gonna kill you too. I told you one time we went to the cemetery. I was holding her because I always had to hold her because she would run and then forget it. She was a runner, little Chucky. So I'm holding her.
Curious.
She was curious. I'm holding her. We're in the elevator. I don't even know why we took the elevator. She wanted to go in the elevator. It was like one floor up. We went into the elevator, and one of the workers were in the elevator too. And there was a little bit of an odor.
A lot of it.
There was a little bit of an odor. And she like grabbed my face, this tiny little thing that she was. She looked at him. She grabbed my face. She moved her face right up where her nose was touching my nose. You know, when you pull your face so close. And she said to me, he smells like mustache.
How does mustache smell like?
Oh my God. I thought I was going to die. I went, what? Like shut up. She's making that face. She's got her nose is all crinkled, like like when you just smell something really bad. And she's like she goes, and she's got my face right up next to hers. Her nose is touching mine. And she goes, he smells like mustache. Well, now I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe she just said that. So when we get off the elevator, he goes his way. We go by my brother Frankie. And I'm like, I'm sitting there. I go, what the heck is mustache? Like, what the hell is mustache? I couldn't believe what she said. She couldn't think of anything else to say. So she just said mustache.
Did I give this to her already?
I don't think you gave it to her tonight. I remember you giving it to her this morning. Oh my God. Yeah,
left.
out of the mouth of babes. That's right.
There's only 2 left. So there would be.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Out of the mouth of babes.
Hi, Ange. So funny.
You've been giving her this one, right?
Yeah, I gave her that. And then, like, I remember one time she said, it got so normal in my house. Like, I was in the kitchen cooking, and she was in the living room, and all of a sudden she would go, Mom, Pop-Up's on TV again. You know what? This isn't normal. Yeah, he's on TV again. He's coming up. When they do the coming attractions, like what's coming up on the news. Ma, Pop-Up's on the news again.
What did you tell her when she would see him on the news?
I said he killed Freddy Krueger and Jason.
So, Victoria, you believe that he was on the news all that time and everything because he killed Freddy and Jason?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely, she said. Because don't forget, when she didn't know yet, the first time we went to visit my dad, I didn't tell her. I said, we're going to visit Pop-Up at work. Look, it worked with my mother and when she told me that he was at work.
Mm-mm.
But this kid, as soon as we walked in there, and she's much younger than I was, right? As soon as we walked in there and we're filling out the papers, and all of a sudden she looks at me. She was so mad at me. She said, you lied to me. This is not work. This is prison. My Pop-Up is in prison. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. I can't even lie to her. I go, Vic, just do me a favor. Just be a really good little girl for Pop-Up. Don't say anything to him about this.
You didn't tell me the truth until we got home.
Yeah.
You said, no.
I know, but I said, don't say nothing to Pop-Up about any of this. I didn't want to. When we got home, that's when I told Todd. Said he's in prison because he killed Freddy and Jason.
Now, how did you feel, Victoria, when you found out all that wasn't true?
How did you feel?
I was too young. I didn't understand really anything. I don't know.
Weren't you happy that he killed them?
Oh, that he killed them? Yeah, of course. I never had a nightmare again about them.
See, she never had a nightmare again.
I used to have nightmares all the time about them.
And then she never had a nightmare again. So look, I killed what? How many stones how many birds with one stone?
You know how many people I told that to? I told everyone in school.
She told everyone in school. So that's a good thing, though. Were they happy?
They were very happy.
They were very happy. So look, it worked. It worked, right? Yeah. That's it. That's all that matters. And he was a hero. And as she got old, as they got older, everybody's saying hello, Victoria.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Auntie Angel is a professional with a slingshot. No, I've never even used a slingshot. Let's see. So, does everybody want to see the video that I found today?
Yes.
You want to watch it? Okay, I'll tell everybody. Hold on. There's not a lot of people here tonight. So let's just see.
It's
Oh,
an intimate gathering.
yes, tonight is a real intimate. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Chris Trock. How are you? Okay, so I didn't like set it up where I'm just gonna play it. I hope they don't give me a strike. I'll have to stop and talk, I guess. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so this is John. This is the inmate, and it says, you can see it, Marla?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is John Gotti was not racist against blacks while in federal prison. So let's watch this. Now, remember what I told you before in the past about Manny. Manny's not black, but I think he was part of he was the former head of the Latin Kings. Manny was. So let's see. Hold on. And oh, what's that? Okay, you can see this, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Let's talk about you being locked up with John Gotti. You have anything you could add from the last interview?
Well,
A lot of people seem to like
well, I mean,
hearing about that.
it's like this. Like I said, a lot of people think thought he was racist. He wasn't racist. I mean, we even had the conversation that I told him people think you're racist, and he said he don't know why. He never had an incident on TV or to the public where he did some or said something to some blacks. Everybody that he got into was Italians. So if he was racist, like you said, if he was racist, it was with his own people. I told him about all the rappers that mentioned him in songs. I asked, "Do you know Fat Joe?" I said, "Do you know Fat Joe?" He was like, "No, he didn't. Who's Fat Joe?" I said, "He's a rapper. And when you got locked up, he mentioned you in the song. Now in '93, they should."
See, remember the other night when Kane Shade said that?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know. So, yeah, this guy, what's his name? Big Joe?
Fat Joe.
Oh, Fat Joe. Okay.
To free John Gotti. So he didn't know. Only person he was familiar with was Snoop Dogg. He knew Snoop Dogg's video. What's my name? He said, I only rapper that he knows is the guy that turns into a dog. I thought that's Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, he didn't know the other rappers. And I rapped all the songs that I knew that had his name in it to him. Like Let Me Ride with Dr. Dre and all the different songs. Yeah.
Now, isn't that something? I didn't.
So your dad knew who Snoop Dogg was?
Could you imagine?
He's a West Coast rapper. He's not even East Coast.
Could
That's
you
weird.
imagine? Yeah, could you imagine? He knew who Snoop Dogg was.
He appreciated that. He liked it, but yeah, he was. Me and John Guy we used to go to rec every day when we was allowed to go outside the rec. We used to go to rec all the time, but when he passed, I was like, damn, it's like he came and went, but I was glad I was able to spend some time with him. In my, was it 97? We was in a unit together for about 8 to 10 months, somewhere around that time. Wasn't a year, but it was enough time, and he told me a lot of stuff that he told me I wouldn't share with nobody because it was some real sensitive topics. He wasn't really, one thing I can say about it, he wasn't sweating the time, he wasn't stressing, and then
See, that's the one thing that every single person who's ever been in prison with my father says the same thing. Like that he wasn't like he never stressed about being in prison. It was like his second home, like I guess. It didn't faze him at all.
wasn't never. A lot of people with life sentences in prison, they always talk about when they get out. You know, like, oh, when you get out, motherfucker, you got 3 life sentences. When you gonna get out? You know what I'm saying? He never was on that kind of trip. He was just more like, hey, this is it. This is the end of the road.
Yeah, I think he knew he was never going to come
right,
home.
Yeah, he knew he was never going to come home, right?
I mean, when the government spends $100 million to convict you, you ain't never getting out.
Could you imagine $100 million?
Wow.
Could you believe that?
No. And for what?
Yeah, exactly. And just to let Gravano go and keep him there.
Oh, yeah, you know, because when he first came on the tier, I knew he was in an institution, but when he actually came to our unit, we hit a door rack, and then in Marion, you can't really see out the door, so you look through the little crack of the bars, because it's still bars. So you look through the crack, and I seen him, and he looked just like, when I first said he looked just like he looked on TV without the suits. He walked the same, had the little smirk, he walked through the cell. I was like, I said, what's up to him? He said, what's up back? That was it. You know what I'm saying? And then we became cool, and we had got so cool that he was giving me food off his tray, and I was giving him food off my tray. That's how cool we got.
So you was never concerned with black inmates seeing you socializing with John Gotti, a white guy?
No.
It ain't like that in there.
No, it ain't that.
Especially in Marion. Marion's not like forget it.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, Marion was a hellhole. I don't know. See, he got out. This guy got sent from prison to prison to prison.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't stay long in Marion.
Oh, okay.
Kind of racial tension, you know, not like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. You got sections where the Bloods eat, the Crips, the Blacks, the Hispanics. Everybody has a section where they eat, but I mean that one. Marion is not it's a small population. It's probably only like 500 people in Marion. It was only like 18 people on the top tier, 17 on top, 17 on the bottom. That's 34 people, and then they're not going to fill the jail up. I mean, they're not going to fill the unit up. So it was only probably like 27 people, you know. But no, it was they're not on that type of hype up in there. You know, more people were trying to talk to him than anything. And he didn't socialize with everybody. He didn't talk to everybody. I'm just kind of known. So he was just, we lived on the same tier. And we was cool. So he was just come and get me. We go to rec. We would rec all day. And, a lot of times we just walk in rec. A lot of white guys, mostly like ABs or skinheads, they be trying to holler. Hey, they be trying to holler, but he didn't really know what to say to him. Like, what's up? They'd be like, what's up? And they'd be like, hey, what's up, man? And they'd ask him questions. And he'd be like, where the hell they get these questions from? In his mind, like,
I can picture that because that's how my father was. Like, where the hell did they get those questions? I can picture it. Definitely picture that, him doing that, in that, without a doubt. And I can tell by this guy's personality that my father would have like spoken to him and gotten friendly with him. I can tell by his personality.
He'll walk off. I mean, we'll keep walking the track because the Marion is sectioned off in the D, E, F, U, and then C and B, but it's just a gate separating. The next yard might be to where that bathroom is at. You can't really, not that far, but to halfway there, you can talk and hear each other and see. But yeah, that's about it, man. Gotti was cool, man.
Did he ever talk about how frustrated he was, how the government flipped Sammy the Bull to become one of the biggest rats?
He didn't.
Yeah, this is another thing. This is how I know he's for real, this guy, because when I think it was my brother Peter told him about Gravano getting arrested. My father said to him, "Oh, who cares about that? How's the kids doing?" That's how my father was. So what he says right now is 100% my father.
He didn't want to talk about Sam Bull. Yeah, Sam Bull came on TV, and somebody had called him. He was like, "It was like turn it to the channel because in Marion you got to watch everything on the TV, movies and TV, everything. And they got the plugs." So somebody yelled up there, but we all saw it. It was Sammy the Bull when he got busted in Arizona with the ecstasy ring or something. And they was, "Hey, turn it in." He was like, "I don't want to watch it. I don't want to do nothing." No, he didn't entertain that. He didn't even talk. He didn't. Somebody mentioned he shut it down. He don't want to talk about it.
One writer said that Sammy the Bull Gravano admitted to killing more people than Jeffrey Dahmer did.
Wow.
But he got out after 5 years.
Hey.
How does that work?
I have no idea, but hey, I mean, everybody's seen it happen. I mean, because everybody know the case, and everybody know that he went to jail and he confessed to some murders. And what? How many years did he do in jail? 5 years, and boom, he's back out and dealing more, into more crime or whatever, and get caught up again. I mean, it's like the dudes he was dealing with. Y'all don't know who this is. I mean, he's a known dude. I mean, y'all allow him to whatever y'all doing. Hey. It's the government. I don't know.
I mean, to me, it represents sort of the hypocrisy of our justice system. You want to get this guy for all the killings he did, but you're willing to let this guy go who did just as many killings or more.
And then I get caught with 1,000 grams again.
He did 3 times as more. 3.5 times as more.
Then their life sentence.
Yeah, and you get caught for no killings. And you in there
just a dope case.
doing 3 times more time than Sammy ever did. You actually did almost 4 times the time that Sammy the Bull did.
And I got caught with crack cocaine. That's it. Nothing else. No murders. No none of that type of stuff. I just had crack cocaine. And here it is. He did what he did, and he was out way before I got it.
Thanks.
That is so grimy to me. I don't understand that at all. That just goes to show their true motive behind everything they say and do. It doesn't matter. You know what? Your actions show why your words mean nothing. So when they say certain things, you see, but then you hear about that. He spent, what did he say? 3 times as much time in jail?
He got 20 years because he got caught with crack cocaine.
And Sammy actually took lives and got 5?
Yeah, less than 5.
Oh, see,
less than 5 years.
And then he got the sweetheart deal. And then what did he turn around and do?
Sold drugs.
But they want to tell us that they spent $100 million of people's hard-working money for a good cause. Nobody should question that.
Well, look, he was what he was. My father was what he was. I'm not gonna, say, oh my God, I can't believe they put him in prison. Not at all. But the thing is, look at that man. He got caught with crack cocaine. They gave him 20 years. And Gravano got less than 5 years.
For 19 murders.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
And that man, his name is Cray Cray. That man had no murders and no violence. He just got caught with the crack cocaine. Could you imagine?
I mean, it's unreal. It's unreal.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Assassinino. That was the Bidens. Yeah, the Biden. That was him.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That's absolutely right.
Yeah. Exactly. And that man went to jail for 20 years. And when you watch the others, because there's other videos to that, they sent him all over. He's been in almost every prison in the United States. They sent him. He went to Colorado too. He's been there. He mentioned so many prisons that he went to with the other videos. And I mean, thank God he's doing well now. So that's good.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. And then the woman sitting there with him, I was like, "Ooh, I like her sneakers."
Really?
Yeah. You're right, damn it, Mandy. If you add up Gravano's time, he did less than 4 months for each person he murdered.
That I said something similar to that before. I thought it was closer to 6 months, but yeah, we'll go with your math because
Yeah.
mine is terrible. He did less, and that tells you what the government thought of each of those lives and what they really thought of this case as a whole.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, it is disgusting. 14 murders and an ecstasy ring. Yep. Oh, sounds like the guy Cane Shades made a video about doing life for selling crack cocaine. Exactly. Yeah. I saw that video this morning, and I didn't I wanted to go back and watch it because sometimes, like when I first wake up and I just, grab the phone and I see there's a notification, or, I'm making a cup of coffee, whatever. And then I see a notification for Cane Shades. So I'll watch it, but I'm not really, focused really 100% on it. I'm not thinking yet at that time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go back and watch it again with the guy, the man, Larry Hoover was his name, right? Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. Was he accused of murders or anything like that?
I'm not familiar with the case.
Yeah, I think they said a cold case or something like that. I don't remember. The man got 20 years for crack cocaine, the very substance that is made from what the government imports into America. Exactly. Yeah, he is. Hello there, Edwin. Please clarify a photo of your dad that he has an open wound on his forehead. According to the information I have, he had a bad fall, not because someone hit him. No, actually, he told, when they questioned him what happened, he said he fell, but truthfully, he was hit from behind. He was, how we call it, is jabbed. And that's the God's honest truth. He was. And the he wasn't beaten, he wasn't beaten up, he wasn't any of that. He was hit from behind, and he was and he knocked to the floor. He did. And but he was not beaten up bad. He was sucker punched. That's it. Sucker punched.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I remember sending you that picture because it was the first time I had ever saw it, and it was in one of the rooms I was in on Facebook, and I had put a little description under it. I felt like some type of way that they even released that, because I felt like, why are they making, because when they showed the picture, it was kind of like, in the group, it was kind of like an aha moment. But it was just like, when you read the story and you found out, like as it was told in the press, what had happened, it was like they were trying to humiliate him. And I felt like that was one of the only reasons they released that picture for me. Like that's just my opinion. I'm not speaking for nobody, but I felt some type of, I was just like, so it to me, it's just like, if you're not willing to change into what they want you to become, then they're going to humiliate you for who you are, like that type of shit. I just felt some type of way when they put that out there. But the dude, like, they really hyped this up, and it wasn't, because like I read into it and looked into it. The dude definitely sucker punched him, and it wasn't like no brawl or no big fight or anything along those lines. And nothing racial was said ahead of time or something. Like, nobody thought they was a big Billy badass. All that was bullshit. And the guy was like a low life loser who he got out, committed a double homicide. Now he's in there for life.
Yeah, he killed 2 cops.
Yeah, and now he's in there for life. So he's just like, I mean, it was just, I just thought like it was just a way for them to try to humiliate him. And I just thought it was bullshit.
Here's the thing. Now, here's the thing. They were saying that, the Aryan Brotherhood was protecting him and all this shit. Well, Casparosa did an interview with the alleged head that the government claims is the alleged head. He was in Marion at that time with my father. And he told Casparosa, absolutely not, it was not true, that he didn't need protection. Now, Casparosa has that interview, and he, now he's being like pricky. So I guess we will never hear that interview because he's the one who has it. But that's the God's honest truth, and that's what I was saying to Nadeau that time, Jeff Nadeau. Just because you don't want it to be true, no, because I know for a fact it's not true, and I even said that with Robert Rosso. I know for a fact it's not true. So will it ever get released? I don't know. Who knows?
No, but I never did like that. I never did like that. And then I felt really bad after I sent you that picture to show you that, because I just felt like I didn't know if you had ever seen it, because it was the first time I had ever saw it. And I was like, why would they release that? Why would they put that out there for people to see? That's just the way. That's just a way to try to humiliate him.
Exactly. But they tried their best to break him and assassinate his character. Yes, they did.
But what do you do to somebody when you can't break them and you can't? What do you do with them? Only thing you can do is humiliate them or make them feel a fool for believing in what they believe in.
Exactly. Or so that's why John Gotti, most no honor from that coward assault. Yeah, there's another video where he says something about that assault as well. But I'm not sure if he actually witnessed it, because he said that he explains it, but I'm not sure if 100% if he witnessed it or not. Yeah, thank you, Mark Schumacher. Let's see. Okay, what's that? The rats know they're bitches. Yeah. Yeah, there are. But listen, I'm not gonna. Look, he was no saint. We all know what he was. We all know that. What he was. He was. He wouldn't give them an inch, not an inch, not nothing. He wouldn't give them the satisfaction of anything. Oh, that's what else I want to do. I want to read. I want to read. Part of my brother's book is my brother Peter's. My brother Peter kept a diary when he was there. My brother Peter. I told you. I told everybody he packed up his things and he moved there, and he stood there with my father for my father's, I think, the last 6 months of his life, and so that he could be on a visit every single day. Now, what happened was when he was in, like, he couldn't eat, he couldn't talk, he had a feeding tube, and so they just used to write, like my father would write on the pad, and we would answer him. So we had an agreement. My father had an agreement with my mother that once it got bad, like he got bad and he wasn't able to speak anymore, or they kept him constantly, sedated, then we wouldn't go there. Like the women, my sister and I and my mom wouldn't go there because he didn't want us there when he died, because he didn't want us to be harassed by the news and stuff like that. So we kept it that way. So Peter went, and Peter would go. They allowed you 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the afternoon. So Peter would go every single day. So Peter also kept a diary. He wrote down everything. And so I was going to read some of that to you all. I just want to clean my glasses first. I should have did it before we started, but I'm going to do it now. You know, I always put them on top of my head, so they are. I shouldn't do that. Where's my glass cleaner? You there, Marla?
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So quiet. Okay. So you mind if I read some of this?
I'm waiting. I want to hear.
Okie dokies. Here we go. So I am going to start with the first one. Hold on. And you can hear me, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So this is August. Is this August of 2001? And he says this: I received an emergency call from my sister Angel, this is when I was at work, right? She needed to be rushed to Winthrop Hospital, Mineola, New York, because of excruciating pain in her side. The doctor soon realized when she was screaming in the examination room, that her gallstones had traveled to her pancreas, leading to an attack of pancreatitis. As my sister lay in pain, I received a call from my father's prison counselor. He put my father on the phone, who said in a raspy voice, "Get here now. I'm getting ready to roll a 7." My father was rushed to the hospital with a severe blood clot and various heart ailments. Peter, my brother, called the prison every half hour from our sister's hospital room. No information was forthcoming for 3 hours. Then they confirmed he was alive, but they couldn't guarantee tomorrow. So he caught this is Peter now saying, I caught the first flight out the next day. I arrived at the prison early afternoon. They guided me to the hospital. We arrived to find 2 armed guards. Listen to this, Marla. Remember, I told you all this once before. I arrived at the hospital early afternoon. They guided me to the hospital. We arrived to find 2 armed guards outside and a command headquarters set up on the first floor. We checked in, and 2 more guards brought us to the intensive care unit. 5 more guards, 2 with shotguns and bulletproof vests, at the door to his room. Shotguns, bulletproof vests, necessary for what? Protection from an unarmed, imprisoned man in intensive care dying from cancer. Big Brother was not only watching, he was armed to the teeth.
Are you serious right now?
Oh,
This
yeah.
seems like that's. Who the hell did they think they were like guarding? Like El Chapo? Like what did they like? That sounds like something right out of like a movie.
Yeah.
Like the start of a movie.
Exactly. All for him. I just couldn't believe it. Now, October of 01. My father collapsed in his cell. A guard making a chance visit found him in a pool of his own blood. He was hemorrhaging from his neck wound. Doctors and nurses were pouring blood into him as it was pouring out. All in all, he temporarily lost 6 pints of blood. Once again, he was rushed to St. John's Hospital, Springfield Medical Prison. Wait, what happened? All in all, he was rushed to St. John's Hospital. Springfield Medical Prison openly acknowledged that they cannot handle his condition. Under normal conditions and circumstances, an inmate would immediately be remanded to a local hospital to receive proper medical attention, but John Gotti need not apply. The following came from handwritten notes by my father. These never have been seen by the public or the press before. He was unable to speak and could only communicate by writing on a pad. His penmanship was parochial school perfect. But as the disease weakened him, his writing became more constricted. This is what my father wrote. They had to cut all my clothes and everything off me, everything. The lead doctor said I was in a 3-inch puddle behind my head and neck. When my brother questioned him further about his condition, he wrote 6 pints of blood lost, 3 pints body fluid, too much pressure on heart and lungs. When my brother asked what the doctors said at the time, my father replied, "We're losing him." My father then wrote, "Did I call that shot that the tumor would bust?" Yeah, he did. My father did say that this was going to happen, but um, let me finish. So my father then wrote, "Did I call that shot that the tumor would bust?" There are many tape recordings of my father's voice available to the public. They are on the internet. They record a strong voiced man, a tough man. As I write this and look at some of the last written words of my father while he was dying, I remember his toughness. He took it with him. They never could take it, the government. They got his blood. They even took his life with their neglect. His spirit never. The fall of 2001 turned to Christmas time. Outside the walls of prison, America put on its happy face. People eagerly anticipated gathering with family and friends, travel, warmth of celebration, good times remembered, good times to be shared, the exchange of gifts, the joy of children at Christmas, the sharing of special food and drink. We have been trained to forget that Christmas time coincides with the darkest days of the year, that it is the last celebration of a dying year, that it is time when people also go deeply into debt to buy other things they neither need or want. This is not the place to engage in what is this about the hypocrisy? However, the contrast of grinning commercialization of Christmas, this forced gaiety with what was happening to my father behind prison walls makes for bitter remembrance. It was not easy reading the following passage in my brother's journal. December '01. Now, this is from my brother Peter. Our final visit before Christmas was a highly emotional one, as we were just excited that Dad lived to see Christmas, a goal he had set with the nurses. The excitement was short-lived. As we said our goodbyes, Dad smiled, sat down across the visiting table, and proceeded to cough heavily. I was on this visit. Just so you all know, this is the visit. I was on this visit. Dad sat down across the visiting table and proceeded to cough heavily. As we were being escorted out of the visiting room, I had to watch as my father coughed up a large glob of blood and rotted tissue on the table. I put my head down and he slammed the table in disgust, asking himself why he couldn't have waited until we were gone. By December '01, he had a 9-inch bandage taped over his neck and another under his chin to cover up the wounds caused by tumors eating through his neck. Uh, let's see. In reality, there is no such thing as New Year. it is fiction. It is an illusion, an arbitrary division of time, not even based on seasonal occurrences, but we cling to it because it brings us hope, hope for a better future, hope for a better life, that new lease on life. It is no coincidence that many of those who shout Happy New Year at midnight on January 1st are drunk. Drunk not only with what must not only with what must of necessity be last year's booze, but drunk with hope, hope for the brighter tomorrow, a day which never comes. But as it often happens, he who breakfasts on hope dines on hunger. New Year 2001 didn't bring much hope for our father. January of '02, a couple of days after New Year's Day, I received a call from my father's counselor informing me that my dad is in grave condition and I must fly out ASAP on the 4th or the 5th. I touched down in Springfield of what would be a 3-week stay. February, things got worse. February of '02, I returned to New York, said goodbye to my friends, my new business, and my wife. See, my brother had just started a new business and had to leave his business, which without him being there, just died. Said goodbye to my new business and my wife and 3 children. I finally moved to Springfield, intent on not returning home without my father. By the first week of February, my father had already lost his power of speech. The tumors had suffocated his esophagus and voice box. Not even any water would make it down the passage without exiting the gaping wound in my father's neck. He had started to grow a goatee because the tumors were tearing through his chin, therefore hindering nurses from shaving him. For this very reason, I still wear a goatee for the rest of my life in honor of what this man endured. My father was no longer able to speak, so he had to write on a legal pad, and we had to respond verbally for the cameras and God. After one last trip to St. John's, where I once again tried to have him remain, to die like a human, he was immediately shipped back to Springfield without his glasses or proper medicines to die like a dog. I was to learn from my brother that my father refused pain medication. Okay, now this is Peter. Dad is in Dad is in agonizing pain. He is beet red, veins popping in his forehead, staring at the ceiling. A doctor and nurse came into the hospital room and spoke as if we were not even present. We can make all his pain go away. We can numb his senses. He won't feel a thing. Before I can even ponder my answer, my father slams the bed and demands his pad. He wrote exactly as follows: No truth serum for me. The tripod camera never missed a beat. The same camera that the Bureau of Prisons denies existed. Spring was coming, new life to the world outside, but while it is true that green leaves will come forth in the spring, it is equally true that this is the season when the old ones fall to the ground to be swept away. March of '02. The pain was so excruciating that he hardly wrote. Most visits were spent watching him cough blood or having to summon the nurse to suction out the blood and mucus that clogged his tracheotomy tube. Even at this point, he never wavered and maintained his amazing sense of humor. He constantly joked with the nurses, still picked losers, and always found ways to talk food. A short time later, the chaplain came to my father's bedside to inquire if he wished to make peace with the Lord. As I spoke with the chaplain, my father became aware of his presence and stared at him. The chaplain said, "Mr. Gotti, we'll soon be seeing your maker. and I'm going to say a prayer for you." With that, my father waved the chaplain away with the flick of his wrist and turned his head the other way. I apologized to the chaplain as he left. He said, "Mr. Gotti, I will pray for you anyway." As the chaplain was escorted away from my father turned his head towards me and winked, then laid his head back down on the pillow. I felt it was his way of saying, "I am what I am. Accept me if you want. I ask for no forgiveness." I believe once my brother Frankie Boy died, any religious beliefs in my father died too. By mid-March, my dad spent most visits sleeping, but sometimes, even as distraught as he was, he had moments. March 15th, my father looked deep into my eyes and scribbled on the pad, "You will never know how much I love you." He then went to sleep for 2 weeks. Okay. For some reason, the public trust treats its celebrities. What's this? Okay, April of '02. I stood steadfast as the prison, government, and media all started their John Gotti death clock. Many a night I chased reporters out of restaurants who actually had the gall to ask, "So how long does he have?" As I write this, I notice a correlation of sorts between the times of the year and the events which overtook my father and my family. It is in its, oh God, in its odd synchronicity, or perhaps I am merely seeking this symbolic to somehow soften an otherwise diamond hard tragedy. I find other incidents of symbolic coincidence of the following journal entry by my brother. Here's Peter, April 2nd, '02. Nurses at St. John's who used to give me glowing hellos now look at the floor when I enter the room. This is what they did to the nurses at this hospital, Marla. Nurses at St. John's who used to give me glowing hellos now look at the floor when I enter the room. Mysteriously, Inspector Javert, the warden, has all his troops in full battle regalia. Are they expecting a breakout or an invasion? Well, you know that Dad is very capable of wheeling himself 25 machines and 10 tubes right out the door. Took my routine walk to Glenstone Boulevard and was saddened to see the rabbit that used to greet me almost daily under the tire of a car. It was Easter time, 2002, a time of resurrection for the Christians. All right, that's not his. Hold on. Here's the journal. Easter Eve of '02. I put my mother on a flight home after she said her last farewell to my father. It was my father's wish that only I be present for his death. Most times, if he was awake, he would throw a playful punch at me or grab my nose just to let me know he was still fighting. Often I wondered if he kept going just for me. One morning I arrived and had a guard explain that I must remove all his personal belongings from the prison grounds. Obviously, I protested that it seemed like an insult. The man was alive and occasionally awake. I refused help and carried each box 50 yards to his car. My father made my mother promise in February after Valentine's Day that she would not come back. In his handwritten note to my mother, he wanted to die with dignity. He didn't want my mother. Okay. He didn't want my mother and sisters to see his end. She still came back 2 more times until my brother Peter enforced my father's wishes. Most of May, my father was in a medically induced coma. Arrangements had been agreed upon uh, that upon my father's death, Peter would be first to be notified. All tapes and notes would be turned over to him. An autopsy was waived. It was agreed that the government issued clothes would not touch his body. Right. Okay, even a professor of law at Harvard wrote concerning my father's tapes. He wrote to then Attorney General John Ashcroft, perhaps one of the stupidest men ever to fill that position. Here is an excerpt of the letter of Charles Ogletree, Professor of Law, May 13th. Dear Attorney General Ashcroft, Mr. Gotti currently suffers from a form of cancer that is in its advanced stages. As a result of the medical treatment he has received over the past few months, he is clearly unable to speak or write or communicate with the outside world. Nevertheless, it is reported by his family members that their private visits with him are videotaped and monitored. In light of Mr. Ghani's declining medical condition and his family's hope to spend some private moments with him, this form of video taping is unconscionable and unnecessary. Ashcroft did not respond.
Coward.
Yeah. uh, okay. So now I am reading my brother's journal for June of '02, and it is tough going. The sadness and the anger is welling up in me as I read. Maybe by now you are feeling something too, something other than what the government would like you to feel about my father. I hope so. Now, here is June 10th, 2002. I was escorted to his cell. The guard set the tripod camera up and sat to the right of the room. Okay. I sat to my dad's right side. He looked up at me and lay his head down. I grabbed hold of his hand and put my head on his stomach. I fell asleep for an hour. Time's up, bellowed the guard. I gave my dad a kiss on his hand and head and exited, always looking at him. It was 10 a.m. when I left. 10:30 when I started a nap in my room. I was awakened by the phone ringing. I picked up the phone and heard my sister Angel screaming, "Is it true?" I asked, "Is what true?" Needless to say, CNN, it actually wasn't CNN, it was 1010 Wins. CNN and my sister were kind enough to inform me that my dad had passed away. I was not given the courtesy of a call by the government as promised. It took me 2 hours to find out my dad, 2 hours to find out my father choked on his own blood and bile. Now, this is what John says. The day I awoke in Raybrook with an unusual feeling. I walked to the rec yard in deep thought. I paced. At 10:20 a.m., the loudspeakers announced recall back in the cell. Announced recall. Back in my cell, I took a nap. Unusual for me at 11 a.m., but this was an unusual day. I dreamed. I was sitting on my bunk reading. My father walked in, sharp as ever, in the blue suit, white shirt, red tie, and polished blue shoes, gleaming white gold, pinky ring, and matching perfect hair, of course. It was John J. Gotti. "What are you doing here?" I asked. "I wanted to see you once more." I commented on how well he looked for a man who was dying. "I will always be me, no matter what. Nobody and nothing can change that. Always remember that." He nodded his head approvingly at me. fixed his tie, and disappeared. I awoke knowing the significance of my dream. My father was dead. I walked out to the rec yard again. Several guards were waiting to escort me to the prison chapel to confirm what I already knew. The king of the volcano was dead. The Teflon Don had passed. John J. Gotti, my father, had choked on his own blood, but he lived the life, drinking the finest champagne, and whether it was blood or champagne, he was always a man's man, a true believer, an old school, a gangster, yes, but even criminals had a code of conduct once. He lived that code, died with it intact. He is perhaps the last one that did. Okay. Okay, this is Peter now. June 10th, 2002 continued. I raced to the prison to view my dad's body to make certain that his dignity was intact. I was denied entry and I was informed there would be an autopsy against my wishes. I was also informed that the Missouri state law that a body to be embalmed had to be embalmed before leaving. I wanted to choose the funeral home to embalm him. I was refused and informed that the outfit was what the prison contract has to do it. The next morning, I demanded entry to the funeral home that held my father. Two armed correction officers denied me entry. I explained to them, as hostile as possible, that he is not Bureau of Prison property any longer. He belongs to my family. I was still denied entry. Only after I threatened to fly an army of protesters and reporters to the funeral parlor did they finally allow me to visit with my dead father. I entered this old, empty, ragged parlor. An undertaker was the only man present. As expected, I figured I would be ushered to the back towards the embalming room. I was wrong once again. Much to my surprise, my father was in a government issued suit in a government issued casket on display in a viewing room completely set up with chairs and candles. The undertaker told me that in over 20 years he had the prison contract. He'd never seen an open wound like my father had on his neck. And it was another 48 hours before the government released my father's body to Peter's custody. The vultures disguised as media were circling. And that's that. I could keep on reading, but that's that is what
It's horrible.
that is what they did. They got him back.
No, I mean, they may have got the battle, but he won the war.
Well, he never gave in to them, no matter what. He never gave in to them. So, all these little girly girls on here who have comments, who have their what do you call it? Their criticism of him couldn't do one day in his shoes, not one day. But
I think after hearing you read that, I understand why your brothers and like the rest of your family, like they don't like why people who knew him, like they don't engage in it. They know the kind of man your father was, and it's like beneath them to even address things that are so petty, because that even what they're saying is nowhere near on your father's level.
yeah, exactly. Is Hootie considered a rat? Can't.
You see what you're dealing with here?
Yeah.
You see? Do we really need to explain anything to people like that? Okay, if you don't, If you ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. Move on, okay? Like seriously,
Yeah.
we can't etch a sketch for y'all, okay? There can't be a dummy code for everything. Either you got it or you don't.
And you know what? You're so right. You're so right. You are so right. Um, like something happened today. Something happened earlier today, and I had this planned. I think since this morning. I'm not sure. I don't even remember. And then something happened this afternoon, and I said, you know what? Um, I was going to cancel this. I was going to call you and tell you, you know what, Marla, forget it. I don't even want to do it. And but now, like, there is such garbage on here. There is such garbage. Like there are people. They're supposed to be men that are fighting and doxing people and attacking women and calling women filthy names and I'm like, what the hell are you doing this for? Like, what do you even? Why bother? Why do this anymore? This is like the dregs of the dregs of the disgusting. Like, the scum that circles the bottom of the drain. That's what's
Yeah.
on here, and
Yeah.
this is like what you've come on here for. And then I say, you know what, but there's so many good people here. There's so many nice good people, but I'm like, really, like, I don't know, like I don't know, like, I'm so sorry that some of the people that I considered friends or became friendly with, I regret every one of them. Do you know that?
You shouldn't regret it.
Oh, I do.
I mean,
I
because you live and you learn. Everything is, I mean, it's either brought to your life as a lesson or a blessing. So, I mean, now you know how to move accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Um, Let me read some of these. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Maureen. To all the body. Hi, Edwin. How are you, Edwin? To all the body, to all. The body dies, but our souls are eternal. In God we should all trust. Amen. Yeah, amen. Huh. John Gotti Sr. is 50 times the man of anybody on YouTube. You're not kidding. Thank you, Jesse. You okay?
Yeah, what?
Oh, where you going? Oh, I still don't get how they could stick that damn video camera in there at the end. Yeah, they did. And you know what? One day maybe I should get Jeff Lickman's Jeff Lickman has a channel on here and um play his video of what the government did, how they pretended that, first of all, every single visit we ever had with him was monitored. Everyone, except for one visit. That's when they put him into general population by accident. Okay. But
Yeah.
every single visit was always monitored and recorded. You would have to, this is crazy. We would go into his cell, right? His cell. It had a hospital bed in there. He would be on the bed. They'd have a few chairs around, right?
Yeah.
So they would have the tripod up, the camera, recording us and him. And the prison guard had to sit in the cell with us. So he had to hear every word we were saying to each other because the recording wasn't enough. The guard had to be there too with us inside his cell. Like, this is our visits with him. And then the government tried when my brother was going on trial. The government tried to say there were no recordings.
Wow.
Like, are you kidding me? There were no recordings, and then look, my brother's attorneys fought for them, and they finally handed them all over. But yeah, but they were trying to get away with telling us that they had no recordings when we used to sit there and be recorded. I mean, that was crazy. Had to haunt this man. There wasn't a breath left. Yeah, exactly. That like there wasn't even a breath left in him, and they had to they had to do that to him. Um, yeah, you hear that, Gravano? You coward. Thanks, Mark. But anyway, that's what they did. So if anybody thinks, oh, he died or he had it so easy, he didn't have it easy at all. And he never complained, never complained. What's this? He was also full of government issued blood serum and pain medication. He was also full of government issued blood serum. Hmm. Who knows? Hi, Easy Champion. Thank you. Yeah. So look, a lot of people say, "Oh, that's his karma." Okay, that's his karma.
I don't think it's his karma. I think that, you know what? He met God on his terms.
Well,
That's honestly how I view it. I don't think it's karma because there's nothing you can do to, get into heaven because you can't boast about it. And I think he met him on his terms, and that's all you can really ask of a man. If people are worried about karma in that perspective, then some of them are just living on borrowed time. I mean, I wouldn't be so quick to call somebody else's indiscretions out when you've got a closet of your own. So,
true.
No, I honestly feel like he met him on his terms. And, a lot of these cowards on here won't be man enough to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See No Evil says, well written, Peter. Felt like I was with him. Felt like I was with him, Peter. Your father is definitely very proud of how Peter handled the whole affair as he was raised. He knows how he handled it. Would be how your father, yes. And he did. Peter, you know what Peter always says? Peter says it was the best. What I got to think of his exact words. In other words, he wouldn't have traded those last months with my father for anything in the world. Nothing. Like those last months with my father mean everything to my brother Peter. Thank you, Jesse. Really an incredible series of events, Angel. Gravano is, without a doubt, along with the FBI, the biggest pieces of shit. Yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, he'll die the way he lived, a coward.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like,
yes, he will die the way he lived as a coward.
Yeah.
And everything that he everything that he tried to refute in life, like that is what he's going to be remembered for. Will pale in comparison of your father's, and I think that's the ultimate fuck you to him.
Oh yeah, thank you. Petey says, Angel, I've said this for years and years, but you, your father, brother, family. Thank you, Petey. Thank you. Yeah, I would be crying my eyes out. Let me tell you something. Okay. when my brother John's book came out, right? Um, the night it came out, I stood up all night. It took me 27 hours to read that book. And there's I think like 500 pages or something in there. It took 27 hours. I didn't sleep, I didn't eat, or nothing. I read that. I couldn't put it down. I cried so hard reading that book because there were things in that book that I didn't want to know. When he was dying, and Peter was on the visit and my mother was on the visit, and I didn't want to know. So there was certain things, like when they would start talking, I would walk out of the room. I didn't want to know what was going on, and I just used to pray that he would die because he was suffering. And so when I read that book, I was hysterical reading that book. It broke my heart. I was sick as a dog reading that book because there was a lot of things in there that I did not know. Hmm. He was. This is powerful. Hi, American Made. This is powerful stuff. He held on to his convictions, never gave him an inch. Gangster or not, that has to be respected. And he did. He didn't give them not 1 inch. He wouldn't give them the satisfaction. If I could, in the book it goes on further about how many times that we tried to hire lawyers because, like I said this so many times already, but they kept sending him back to the prison, to his cell. Like he couldn't even be. They didn't want him even in the hospital. And what I was trying to say before is, like, the nurses used to be very, very, like, they loved, like they were so nice to my father, so nice to my family. My father would tell my brothers, or make sure you send up a big thing of lunch here for them, for these nurses. Make some baskets, send up some baskets for these nurses. These nurses are really wonderful, people. And do you know that the nurses got in trouble? They were told, do not engage with him or his family.
Wow.
Could you believe that?
Is that why when he said their heads were down or something?
Yes. In another part of the book, they go into that. But yes, that was it. They were not allowed to be nice to us or my father anymore. Could you imagine what freaking animals? They weren't allowed to be nice to him anymore. You know how many of the nurses sent us cards when he died? Real pieces of shit. They were not allowed to be nice to us.
Wow.
Huh. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Tony Silo, I knew Casman was garbage when my uncle told me Mr. Moneybags couldn't even have the proper aids and accessories to get him home properly. Well, they did go home on a private plane, but the thing is that the plane was so small, the casket couldn't fit in the plane. So my brother Peter had to take my dad out of the casket, leave the casket behind, and he was in the body bag. And my brother Peter had to fly home with my dad on his lap. He had to. He flew home with my dad in his lap, in his arms. That's how they flew my father back to home to New York. Yeah, I know. It's hard, Jesse. I have to say it's hard to, when you hear, oh, I'm going to do an explosive video on you and MRE tomorrow. It's hard to just ignore that. It's really, it's
Yeah,
hard to ignore people like that.
it is.
Do an explosive video on me and MRE? Are you kidding me?
And it's coming from ass clowns who don't even know her or MRE. This is all going to be regurgitated bullshit. Okay, you have heard in some shape, way, or form, in some fashion along the way. It's just the fuckery. I can't.
Yeah.
I lose my religion on here. I swear, you just can't with these people. I mean, there will be no explosive anything. It will be regurgitated, this, that, a whole bunch of speculation that they will never be able to prove. It's just stuff to keep the drama going. It's like, are y'all not old enough to have put away the childish things at this stage of the game? You're old enough to be grandparents. It's ridiculous.
And
It's just
some of them
ridiculous.
are grandparents, yeah. And some of them are grandparents.
Which is a damn shame. You're a grandparent. So if this is how you're conducting, you're a grandparent. Like you're supposed to have some wisdom, some life experience. And this is how you're on here acting. Some people say a whole lot about themselves without really saying anything at all, honestly.
Especially if for the whole 9 months, 10 months, you've been defending MRE, and then all of a sudden now you're mad. So MRE is back to being a racist. It's just whatever. I'm having another seltzer. This one is LaCroix. This is one of my favorites, limoncello.
I've always wanted to try that.
Oh, you have to try.
I heard you can make it homemade. That's what I want to try.
Limoncello?
Limoncello, yeah.
No, not limoncello. Limoncello.
So do they substitute the lemons for the limes? Or is it an addition?
I don't know what they substituted for, but it's LaCroix seltzer, and it's limoncello. I don't know why limon. It's probably like lime and a lemon put together, but it's so good. But my favorite is Polar black cherry, but I do like to switch it up with limoncello. But you are the best, ladies. Thank you, Mickey Gray.
Oh, thank you.
I don't pay a single bit of attention to the dregs of YouTube or the negativity. I watch a select few shows and try to keep what I watch positive. All those negative shows don't go good for anyone.
And that's how logical people think. And if they're thinking any other way, hell, I don't want to be bothered with them. Think whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, right. You're around the wrong people on here. You're addressing people that don't deserve it. These lowlifes do not deserve your knowledge of John Gotti or your family. This place is a cesspool of fake people. You are so right, Ange.
Yes.
I don't even know what you're saying right here. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want.
That's from the Matrix.
Oh, this is from the Matrix?
Yeah. Remember? Did you see the movie?
I saw it. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's from the Matrix.
Oh, you take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes? That's the Matrix?
Yeah.
Okay. See no evil. Angel, always take a few moments and remind yourself of how your father would have reacted. I believe he would not say a word, and know that you are the karma to them. You're living rent free, and life is. I think I read that wrong, or.
Basically, the real karma is that your family are living rent free in these haters' head.
Oh, right. Okay.
You're in their you know what? You're in their head. They're not in yours. you could give two shits about them, but for them, you are life.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah.
You know something? When I have to find my YouTube channel, what I do is I put my name in. I don't know if I'm doing, I mean, does everybody else do that when you want to find your YouTube channel?
I have to do that to find you even now.
Okay, so that's what I do. I put my name in that little the magnifying search thing, and you would be surprised what comes up with my name. Other shows who I don't have anything to do with, don't want anything to do with, have zero to do with, tag me every effing day. Every damn day they're tagging me in their shows. Like, are you people kidding me? Are you that hard up for attention? Are you
Yep.
that desperate that you have to tag me or my father every single day?
Yep. I can answer that for you right now. Yes. Yes, they are.
I mean, that's so pathetic.
And you know what's so bad is that they're grown ass adults and they can't see it. They
Yeah,
can't see it themselves.
you're right. You're right. These are grown ass adults, and you have to tag me or my father in your shows because, like, for what reason? Aren't you embarrassed? See, like, I get embarrassed. I couldn't do things like that. Like, I could never tag. Like, say, let's say, I love John Travolta. I would never tag him in anything. I would never hashtag John Travolta to get his attention. I would never do it. It's like so insane.
Well, these are people who they do that, Angel, because they know nobody is going to watch their channel to hear what they have to say. They're not saying anything worthwhile.
It's
So
not,
if they tag you or your father or your family, now they at least have a base.
it's nothing but negativity. It's attacking other people. It's ripping apart women. It's calling women names. I can't believe like you're that hard up for attention that you have to tag me in your freaking crap every day.
It's pathetic, but it's like it's a lack of self-awareness. It's just like everybody can see how pathetic it is but them. And it's at that point, are you angry at them or do you pity them?
Oh. What would you do?
A little of both and then have a drink and get on with my day.
Oh, you are so funny. I never thought of it that way. Pity them.
That's pathetic.
Yeah.
You have to have a channel. Nobody wants to tune in to listen to you and your perspective, which is how that's how your dad became famous. He wasn't trying to emulate no one. He wasn't trying to figure out what was popular for the day and then acting on it. He did him and everybody gravitated to him and he was just being him. People gravitated to him. These people on here don't have that type of charisma. There's nothing that interesting about them where people are going to tune in to just listen to what they have to say. Nobody is going to tune in to listen to what certain people in certain parts of Pennsylvania feel about politics. Other people are not going to tune in to, Wikipedia stars for knowledge. I mean, they're not tuning into them for, because there's nothing about them that attracts people. They have to go at a bigger target and then they have to, make a name for themselves off of that bigger target because there's no substance to them and they're grown ass men. So they're living off of other men's jock straps, which is kind of funny. So, I mean, really, you should pity that shit. There's nothing when you can sit there and give details about another man's life you've never met, you don't know, you've never hung with. You can give that much intimate detail. There's something cringy about it. I mean, unless it's history, which I guess your dad in a way is part of history. So I guess if you're doing it from that aspect, but I mean, they're trying to talk as if they know, which is no.
Yeah,
when you're telling history, you got to state facts. You leave your perspective out.
There was a meme that I made, and it's circulated around the whole internet because I've seen it so many times. And I was the one who made it. And it was my father walking, and he looked so handsome. You know, he was dressed like he's normally dressed. And it said something like, I never cared about what was in style. I made my own style. Something like
Yeah,
that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and I was the one who made that because I remember when I was younger and my father saw uh all my girlfriends and me. There was, I think there was three of us at that time. Three three of my friends and me, so there was four of us, and we all had on leather jackets and they were all the same color. And my father said to me, what are you, the red leather jacket mob? What is that? Why do you all have the same jackets on? And I said, because that's the style, we're all in style. And my father said, so you're telling me, did they buy the jackets to match you, or did you buy it to match them? Because I hope you're not a follower.
Exactly right.
He said, I don't care what's in style. I make my own style, and I want you to do the same thing. I don't want you following what other people are doing. You make your own style like I make my own style. And you know what? He was right.
Yeah. But see, he had that natural charisma. People gravitated to him. The people on here don't have that. You know
Right.
what I mean? So they have to shoot at a bigger target. That's kind of pathetic because it's kind of obvious.
So that's what I was trying to get at. Like, how aren't you embarrassed? Like, I used to say the same thing about A-Light. Like, how don't you have any shame? You are shameless. How could you sit there and when people are watching you and people know who you are, they knew who you were, they know everything about you. How aren't you embarrassed to sit there and lie and say, like, you were his right hand man, or you were this, or you were that, you slept on his couch, you did this, when you did not do any of those things? Like, to me, it's like so humiliating. Like that you could be such I don't know, like such a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Groupie?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that. How could you not be embarrassed to be that way? Like
Because
I
they
never.
feel like everybody does it in some shape, way, or form. I mean, they rationalize it. They rationalize it to themselves. Oh, everybody does it, or this is what you have to do to be famous. And it's just like, yeah, well, hope it works out for you.
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know. Parasite Slayer, the corny crap code and Argo pulled today made me realize there are too many losers on YouTube who have nothing and thus nothing to lose. They aren't worth our time.
yeah.
Well, that's a shame. It really is. That's a shame.
Yeah.
He died
Damn
like,
shame that they got this old and they think it's okay.
yeah, people now are showing up at people's houses. Thank you, Arlene. You're one hell of a strong leadership. Thank you very much. Thank you.
People are showing up to people's houses.
Yep. People showed up at Mike Slick's house today.
Are you serious?
Nope. Drove 2 hours to get there, too.
Wow. See? People are always saying on here, oh, nobody's going to drive anywhere and do anything. That kind of stuff plants a seed. And somebody, see, that's kind of like people take it when they feel like they have the general consensus, then somebody who's trying to make a name for themselves goes over and beyond and does stuff just like that.
But now here's the thing. The guy wasn't home. His wife was. Like, what the F? Are you people kidding me? What the F?
You got to be, y'all keep playing. Can't tell you nothing. My grandma used to say they're hard headed. Can't tell them nothing. Can't tell them shit.
There's children in that house. I don't think people get that. There's children in that house.
And people are going to do what they have to do to protect theirs.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, somebody's gonna get hurt someday. Obviously terrible for the other jerks and are loving it when you show them how it upsets you, make them irrelevant, and you are taking away their relevance. Um, I'm not upset where like I'm yelling and cursing. I'm not upset like that. I'm just uh I'm just disgusted. That's the word. I'm just like disgusted with it already. Like I'm disgusted with it all. Angela, yes, they did and did it live. Wow.
Wow.
They did it live? God. Parasite Slay, I can tell you how it ends showing up at people's I can tell you how it ends showing up at people's houses. Homeowners comes out with a loaded shotgun. Idiots that showed up streaming live want to save face and go towards shotgun. Oh God. God forbid. Idiots end up with large hole in them and dead, and homeowner is in cuffs sitting in a cell all over YouTube. Could you believe this? All over YouTube nonsense.
It depends on the state because Pennsylvania has adopted one of those stand your ground, laws. So
Wait a minute.
once
What
you
are you talking about?
we
Pennsylvania
have
now has
yeah,
that?
yeah, we have a version of the stand your ground law.
Are you
So
sure?
yes, I am very sure.
I never heard that before. Wait, let me
Yes.
put my slippers. Hold on. Are you kidding? Go ahead, talk.
Yeah, Pennsylvania has a version. I can look it up and give it to you verbatim. But yeah, Pennsylvania has a version of it's the Florida one. So I guess the Florida if the Florida one is called Stand Your Ground, then yes, Pennsylvania has a version of that.
Really?
Yes, it's a once you tell somebody to leave your home, if it's considered trespassing. So if you
Okay.
tell somebody to leave, and you tell them to leave, clear. It has to be clear, concise. Yeah, but yes, once you tell them to leave your home, if they do not leave your home, they're then considered a trespasser, and then you are allowed to defend your home. You're allowed to defend your home and stuff at that point.
Oh, okay. So Parasite says, Angela, they never went to the door, but they were in the street. If Mike lived in a certain section of that town, they wouldn't have made it out of there. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So Argo and the fake preacher, how freaking ironic. Wow. I don't even know what to say. What I'm trying to say is the government wouldn't even let family donate their blood. Oh yeah, no, that would never happen. No.
My bad. It's actually called castle doctrine.
What does that mean?
It's similar to the stand your ground.
Okay, that's
Stand your ground in Florida. It's castle doctrine here.
Oh, okay. I know that Florida has stand your ground. I think Texas does as well.
Oh, oh hell, they'd be crazy. Listen, in Texas, you'd be crazy as hell to show up to somebody's house from YouTube in Texas. Oh no, no, that man won't go to jail that night. He's given a statement, and that's it. They'll
Really? And
investigate.
Florida too. Florida as well. Florida, they have the stand your ground. If the Schmiegel dies, his son is going to make a hand puppet out of him to keep the money coming. It's 590 pages. Yeah. I read that all in 27 hours. Parasite, anyone dumb enough to put that on video is a moron. Oh, it's on video too? It's on video? Captain Pool Party says they can come to my crib when they want. I will be on my front garden in my paddling pool with my Mossberg right by the side of the pool. What's a Mossberg? Oh, look, he's right there in the picture.
I know what a musket is. I don't know what a Musberg is. I don't know.
Yeah, there he is, right in his pool. Is that you, Captain Pool Party? That's funny.
Oh yeah, Cleveland. That's right. I heard that too. Didn't some guys go to Gunsmoke's house last year? Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, but that's true. You know what? No different. Oh,
A Mossberg is a shotgun. So okay, must be similar to a musket. Or it's a shotgun.
oh, it's a shotgun?
Yeah.
No, they did. The nurses did. You know, they used to, you know, that's what made all of us so upset. Like that the nurses weren't allowed to be nice to him anymore.
You don't
So
have to, yeah. They're the sometimes working in a hospital, they're like a mob within their own, but it
Mhm.
doesn't sound like that was a issue. If they had a strong-headed nurse, willed nurse, oh no, she would have bucked real quick, and everybody would have followed suit.
Unbelievable. But I said in the past, these YouTube dopes look up to fake tough guys. The dog whistle he put out, and those two morons acted. Wow. Oh, so anyone that does it and thinks it makes them look tough guys are not tough guys. I can't believe what I'm reading. Ooh, oh, God. All right, there's a whole conversation about what happened. What are you talking about, Carol? Is flexing his muscles because Florida is more feared? What? Oh, I don't even know what everybody's talking about.
So did your dad like Snoop Dogg, or he had just heard of Snoop Dogg?
I don't have a clue. We never spoke about rap music. He didn't like rap music. He wasn't happy that my son did, but I, I'm confused. Maybe he learned something when he was, in prison, when he was in Marion. I mean, that guy, Cray Cray, said that he was singing rap. He was singing songs that had his name in it. You know.
So he was around for a lot of these. Some of these rap songs had his name in it. Was he just oblivious to the fact that there was a whole genre of music rapping about him and having his name in it, and he didn't even know it?
No, I'm sure he knew it. I'm sure he knew. Because back then, plus the kids must have told him. I must have told him. Thank you, John. God bless you and your family. Your father was an honorable man's man, a generous and a gorgeous man. Thank you. Yes, he was, and thank you. I remember I used to a little seltzer. I remember I used to tell him, like, David Letterman used to do like a lot of jokes about my father. Like, I remember he did, I don't know, top 10 reasons, something with the IRS. And I would write my father and tell him, and we would laugh. Or when I went on the visit and I would tell him, what David Letterman said, we would crack up. He thought some of the things were very funny. yeah, like jokes about him. He thought they were funny. He laughed. But so so they I could just imagine them telling him, well, here's this song, and he's singing it to him and telling him what the words were. My father must have got a kick out of that.
Oh my God.
I don't mean the people here, American DeBella. I don't mean like the people here that always come in this chat. I'm not talking about all of you. Yeah, so I could imagine that guy singing songs to him. He must have gotten a kick out of that. I mean, how could he not? Right? Wouldn't you? How would you feel if somebody's singing a song that your name is in?
I think I'd be honored. I mean, I guess depending on what they were singing about, but I remember. I think the only time that they used it, and I kind of was like, okay, you guys, that's going too far. Is I think it's in a Jay-Z song, and it says something to the effect of, "I don't pray to God, I pray to Gotti." And I was like, oh my God, okay, now we're going too far with this shit. Okay, I can't say that.
But what was that? Because my daughter has a T-shirt that says that.
I know it's in a Jay-Z song, and I saw it a couple of times, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's deep." And then I questioned about it, and no, that's a Jay-Z song, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." No, it's a lyric in one of his songs.
Oh, it's a lyric in one of his.
Yes, it's a lyric. Yeah.
Okay.
But I also know that gosh, and I don't know his name, and I know you probably wouldn't know his name either. There was a rapper, and the only way I can describe him, he had like that Rainbow Bright hair. Do you remember that doll, Rainbow Bright, back in the day?
Takashi, he's a rat.
Yeah, that kid.
Takashi
he did a song with your dad's name in it.
No, he did not. He's a rat, and he's friends with the Gravanos.
Are you sick? Well, duh. Does that surprise you?
No, because oh my God, I didn't know my son was on. Hold on 1 second. I just want to oh crap. I gotta get out of this thing. How do you get out of here? But go ahead. What about him?
He did a song with your dad's name in it.
Are you kidding me?
I shit you not. I don't know him, and I never listened to him. I thought he looked weird, so I never listened to him. But I paid a little attention when I don't know how he got in trouble. I just know by the time I caught on, he was already in court, and they said he was telling on people. So
yeah, well, he was a rat. Yeah,
that was I don't know how he got to jail. I don't know what happened. I don't know why he was in there. I know they showed some picture of him back in the day, and I'm like, oh my God.
He was a gangbanger. He was in a gang or something, and I think, from what I understand, I might be wrong. Somebody's got to tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that he got these people to do things for him and then ratted them out.
What?
I might be wrong. X the chat while I just do something that I forgot to do. Hold on. But X the chat and give me
what's his name again?
Takashi 69 or something like that. Hold on. I need to do something.
What the hell? Okay, so does anybody in the chat know anything about that?
Takashi 69.
Takashi 69?
Yeah.
There's got to be another way to say that.
69.
Okay. Do they know who we're talking about if we say 69?
Yeah, I think they all know. Parasite Slayer, he knows everything.
Okay, Parasite Slayer. What's the story with that 6'9" guy? Watch, he probably don't know who he is at 6'9" here. Because back in my day, that had another connotation.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. And then back in my day, that meant something else. So, the gang was just shaking him down. That's only reason
Oh,
they kept him around. Oh, okay.
oh, what happened?
Assassinina said that the gang was just shaking him down. That's the only reason they kept him around. And then Jesse said 6ix9ine ratted on Cardi B too. I'll be damned. Men ain't shit.
You kidding?
I'll be damned.
What did he say about her?
I know.
What's to rat on her?
Cleveland Coleon said he was a snitch with crappy music and stupid hair. I concur. I concur.
Me too.
I thought it was a joke at first, like a parody when he came out like that. But apparently,
And then he comes out and he's got that ugly colored hair, and then he's got these funky teeth. I don't know what the heck was on his teeth. Oh my God, he had something on his teeth. He looked like a clown.
Oh, really? Jesse said that Cardi B was in the gang.
Oh,
wow.
In the gang? And she made it out?
Like a street gang? Like Crips and Bloods gang? No, hell no. I'm Googling. I'm on it. I'm on it. I think y'all are playing with me now.
Hold on. I'm almost done. What is this? Okay, what? Okay, shoot. 6429623.
I'll be damned. Angel, I was wrong.
What happened?
Cardi B confirms her blood gang connection. Yes, she was in a gang.
Was she?
Yes, I did not know that.
Well, look at that. She made it out. How's that? And I'm not a big giant fan. I used to be a fan of Cardi B's, but then I saw the way she's another one, the way she was behaving over the whole politics crap. And then, but
I didn't like that or that little that
when she had to fight
dance.
Candace Owens. Remember when she had to fight with Candace Owens?
Oh, Candace obliviated her. I don't know why Cardi puts herself through that shit. It's like, come on, the only people you are appealing to are the people. Never mind, but like you're being obliviated. Sit this one out, please. Like, yes, she obliviates her. But I didn't feel her after that. But then what sealed the deal was that I don't know what award show it was because I don't watch any of them anymore. But she did some dance with some girl to some song.
Oh, that was horrible. Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you effing kidding me?" And that was a wrap. Yes, I was one of those parents that were really
yes.
And what pisses me off about that is like, bitch, you're a mother. If you wanted to act like that and do shit like that, I mean, you don't do shit like you're a mom. Come on, like you can turn it up a notch every now and then as a mom, but you don't do not like that. Have some damn discretion.
Oh, I thought that was horrible.
Yes, disgusting.
I think that was very low class. Very low class. Who was the other singer with her? Was that Megan? Who was it that was doing that with her? I can't remember now.
I think it was that Megan Thee
Stallion or something.
Yeah, I think it was her. It was some song that they did together.
Was this worse? And we're bigger criminals. Oh, and we're bigger criminals and should be punished and prosecuted. And we're raised by ignorant people who are sadistic and will meet up with someone who has been wronged and punished. See no evil. I have no idea what the heck that you're talking about in that one. I must have missed it. Parasite Slayer. And Mike Slick is full of crap. He didn't make a video at Burger King. What? He didn't make a video at Burger King. How else would I know what town he lived in before NB doxed him? NB didn't dox Mike. Mike doxed Mike. Oh, that's right. You said that he said where he lived or something like that. That's right. You said that. Angel, all I can say and hope is enough TY from the bottom of my heart for showing me how to deal with grief like a warrior. Well, you can't compare uh what you went through losing a child, Tony, to anything that anybody goes through. Losing a child is the worst thing in life.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing in life. There's nothing worse than that. And look, you're doing it. What's this? Click on your avatar in the upper right hand. In the upper right, click on your channel. What's that for? Did I ask for something and then I forgot 10 minutes later what it is?
No idea. I'm clueless here.
Yeah, me too. The police chief of Old Bridge, New Jersey since the 50s was the biggest juvenile delinquent in town growing up. They are a take no shit type of department. Really? Old Bridge? Hello, Maddie. Angel, you should legally trademark your name so people that try to use it for clout would think twice. I should trademark my name. Jesse says tagging Gotti negatively doesn't work. Yeah, I know. No pity for the rat squad, says Cessanino. Jason says, I saw the Chinese spy balloon fly over my house here in Western North Carolina this morning. Did anyone else see it? Well, I'll tell you what I did see, Jason. I did see on Twitter that they shot it down after a whole week.
So after they pretty much got all the information they could have possibly needed, they shot it down.
Yeah, today they shot it down. You know.
Wow.
I don't think you could, Maddie, because there's too many of us. That will never change, Angel. Your Gotti name makes these clowns money. It's a shame that they don't have any shame, that they're shameless.
They made a show about them. Shameless.
Yeah.
They are very shameless.
Did you used to watch that show?
No, I saw it. I heard about it.
Watch it?
Just didn't sound like my kind of show.
No, it was a good show. Shameless was good. It was, he used to aggravate me so bad, the father. I used to get so mad like I wanted to punch a wall. That's how much I hated him at times. Like what he did to his kids. Oh my God. Like, I don't think it was, I felt so bad for them, but it was like one crazy thing after another with the father. Unbelievably crazy crap this man would do. The whole family, they were so crazy. Uh-oh. I wouldn't say that on here, Jason. You're going to have agents at your door asking you a ton of questions. What'd you say on here, Jason? I can't. I'm trying to catch up a little bit. Was it really the size of 3 buses, Jason? We missed something that went on here. Yeah, exactly. Be a wolf, not a sheep. You were right, but too many like being sheep or sticking their heads in the sand like ostriches. Dapper Don making his own style. That's right. He would. He did. That's exactly what he said. I love that picture of your dad sitting in the chair outside of his club. He had those white shoes and that sailor type shirt on, white pants. And did you notice his socks? His socks were white too. He had those nylon white socks. Angel, don't forget about that Christmas party, the one you weren't allowed. Yeah, that's right. uh, I didn't see it like that to be able to know it wasn't small. I got a video, but not a very good one. Did you see the videos the locals took of them shooting it down? Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I saw that they finally shot that balloon down. Yes, he was. It's not going to stop till someone is blasted with a shotgun. Then one will be dead and the other will be in county jail fighting a case. Yep. Oh, what a shame. This children. Don't people care about kids anymore? Like, there's children in a house. Doesn't that matter to anybody anymore?
Honestly, I think these animals nowadays just think that they're collateral damage.
Yeah, like you're going to people's houses. There's children in those houses. Like, nobody cares about anything anymore. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame. You want to read some of these comments because my eyes are getting to me.
Where are you at? Oh, good Lord. How far up are you? I can't.
Oh, I'm at 11:17.
Okay.
Where are you?
I was all the way at the bottom.
Oh, wow.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, look, this is how far behind we are. Mossberg is a shotgun. Hey, Aegon Targaryen, how are you? Anyone comes to my house, they're getting 2 in the chest, 1 in the head, and then a dead check. What's a dead check mean?
I think it just is another way of saying ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Oh, okay. I love this show. I turn it on and fly out Florida and land in Boston, and you're still on. I know. He did that one night. He said that that he flew from one state to the other. When he got off the plane, we were still on. Well, tonight I don't think we're going to be on that many hours tonight. Mossberg is a manufacturer known for shotguns, but they make other firearms as well. Well, that's good to know. Not that I'll ever use that information. I could tell you that's how it ends at my house. Guaranteed doable or your money back. Oh, come on, everybody. You cannot be stingy with the likes tonight. You have to give me some likes. Kay Goody says there's only 62 likes and 127 in the chat. Are you kidding me? Hit that like button, please. What are you hitting, Marla?
You can hear that I'm clicking on the. I didn't know when you wanted me to take over, so when you go,
You go right ahead and take over.
Well, hold on. Now I gotta go up. Okay.
Hmm.
I had no idea you could hear that.
Uh, let's see. Yes, I could. How is it tonight? Is tonight better than it was last night, right?
What do you mean?
The weather.
It's still cold here. It's 19,
Oh, it's 19. Oh
but it's
God.
clear.
Okay. Hold up. Okay. All right.
I
Nope.
think Carol was responding to you.
What happened?
She just said, Angel, I meant that for you
Okay.
because of your strength and your family's.
Give me 1 minute. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Carol, Angel, I meant that for you of the strength you and your family. Ah, thank you, Carol. Thank you. Now, did everybody hit the like button? What does this mean, Aegon? I don't even know what that means. Oh boy, I'm tired tonight. That's a gun. Sonny Crockett. That's like wasn't that Miami Vice, Sonny Crockett?
Yeah.
Right, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh my God, if I told you the sick things that forget it, I can't even say it out loud. Johnny made that pray to Gotti for his shop. Who's Johnny? You mean my father?
Your nephew.
Oh yeah,
You're
yeah,
the
yeah.
only one with the shop? That's the
Yeah,
only one I could think of.
Johnny. Yeah, I know. It just hit me. 69 ratted on Cardi B too, but she didn't get in any trouble, right? I mean, he
I
didn't
don't think
have.
she did, no. I think he implicated her in some stuff and she denied it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's gun stuff they're talking about. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Parasite. No. Okay. Hello, Zio Lesso. How are you? Uh, Piece of the artillery round that blew up my truck and wounded me and several Marines. Wow. Who are you talking about, Zio? She should go back to wherever she made it out of? What's the Cardi B, you mean? Yeah, that I didn't like that song. I thought it was disgusting, and I
Yeah.
didn't like the way that they the video that they made. I thought the whole thing was disgusting.
Yes. Just clashes
Right?
all the way around.
Yeah. Okay. Mike Slick used his real name on YouTube after he was on Pizza's channel. He used his camera and showed himself just recently. He has discussed his own life on YouTube. He wasn't doxxed at all. Who said that he was? Old Bridge has Catch 22, great restaurant. You got tired of hitting on those comments, Marla?
No, I no. I was in the middle of reading that one.
Oh, what were you reading? 69 ratted on the whole gang. He went around saying and laughing, saying he put a bunch of people away. He is making the world a better place. What?
Yeah, I guess that's the way it is.
He's making the world a better place. I'll be right back. I gotta put that alarm on. Hold on. Oops, I'm sorry, Lola. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lola. Come on, I gotta put the alarm on.
Good night, facts over feelings. Nine Treybloods is who snitched 9 rat out.
Oh God.
I guess they would be another gang then, Jason.
Who would?
Jason was telling me who 6ix9ine ratted out.
And who did he rat out? Wasn't it like gang members and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. Mark Schumacher says you can hear the cans opening.
No, not yet. I'm getting it right now. Oh boy. What a long day today was. Oh, there we go. Mark Schumacher. Hi, Zio Lesso. Did I say hello to him already?
Mm-hmm.
Clarence Randall. SPK, no talking your way out of this green light rat. What? I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, Trump would have knocked that balloon out the first day.
I know, right?
Yeah. I don't understand. What's their explanation? Does anybody know what their explanation is for not taking it down? Like,
I think they said last night something to do with the debris.
oh, that's right. That's right. And how can someone bitch about just their friends being doxxed when they are doxing people left and right? It makes no sense. Do they even listen to themselves? I don't think they do. Zio, you're the man. No, you're the man, Mark. We're going back and forth over who's the man.
Hello, Latin butterfly.
Oh, hi, Latin butterfly. The balloon was the size of 3 buses. Clarence Randall, I have agents follow me all the time. SPK, there's no talking. You're done. Who are you talking about? Oh, Mark. Mark says, Zio Lesso, I'm sorry for how you are being treated lately. It's so uncalled for and disrespectful. I don't know who's doing that to him. Who's doing that to him?
Wow.
She is all better, Sharon. Thank you for asking. She is all better, 100% better. And thank you for asking. Hunter admitted it was his laptop. We have been compromised. The Biden family sold us out. I don't know what the hell went on. My statue has castle law and stand your ground laws. Well, you meant to say my state. What's castle law? I never heard of that before. Is that what you said before?
Yeah, that's what it is up here. That's what they call it. I
Okay.
think Parasite Slayer said that castle law refers to anything that's inside the home, and the stand your ground refers to anything outside your home.
Oh, is that true?
I'm not sure.
Angel, the me environment. Hey, anybody comes to my house gets to meet Luna. I'm afraid to ask. Is Luna a dog or a piece of metal? Oh, Chicky is a comedian. Angel, they could fly to the Philippines, you'd still be on. Very funny, very funny. Come on, everybody. Please hit that like button. Please. Mark Schumacher, 43 in Illinois. Wow. Does anybody know who the wacko was on Lefties that was arguing with BK? Guy suddenly believed he wasn't white anymore. Huh?
Huh?
When was this? Because I happened to be passing by on YouTube and I saw something, and I can swear I know who that person was in a alleged the person who came on this show who I didn't know. Do you remember the night we let somebody on here and we didn't know who he was, and then Casparosa had it like 2 days later, like that MRE made this guy come on the
Oh,
show.
yeah. I remember that.
So somebody was using his avatar in on Lefty's show. Now I never ever watched Lefty's show, but don't ask me what happened. There was a reason I can't remember right now, but I could swear on anything. I know who that person was that was on that screen, and it kept saying faggot 50 times. I could swear I know who that was. Using that guy's picture.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
Right.
Okay, I got you clearly now.
Okay. Yeah. It says U.S. Marines third. Who says this? Yeah. You may know each other. I believe it was Shudge. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to get down here. 69 ratted on the whole gang. He went around saying and laughing, saying he put a bunch of people away. Oh, you read this already, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said he made this world a better place.
I guess.
So What made it? What was he doing? Did he rat?
I don't even know how he got arrested. Like I said, by the time I tuned into it, he was already in court telling on people. I don't know what happened and where he got arrested or how he was involved in anything. But like he's like my kids' age, so I don't really listen to his kind of music unless they tell me specifically it's him.
Who, him? To the Rainbow Bright?
Yeah, that kid. I don't listen to his music. He's like young.
Yeah, he is. He's like Rainbow Bright.
That's what I call him, Rainbow Bright, because I could
you
never
do?
remember. I call him Rainbow Bright because I couldn't never remember his name, or that was the first thing I thought of when I saw him. That doll from the 80s that was Rainbow Bright, so that's what I would call him. And my
Yeah,
kids just
Rainbow
knew
Bright.
after a while, my kids just knew who I was talking about.
That's funny. Angel, where is Grumpy Lee tonight? Give him a call. Get him on to give us a laugh. That's okay. We'll pass tonight with Lee Cole. Thank you, Parasite. Okay. Hi, Marion. How are you, Marion? How is Kevin, Marla?
He's pouting.
Oh, is he really? Why?
No, we were fussing earlier today in the car, so he's been pouting all day today.
Marla, you have to stop being nice to him.
Thank you, Angel.
Oh, I thought you were sleeping, Kevin.
Yeah, so he was pouting. Okay. For the record, he just can't drive, and he yells at me for trying to help him, which is what I thought couples were supposed to do. If you're not doing something right, your better half is supposed to help you. My bad.
Uh-huh.
Well,
But sometimes it could be in your delivery.
when we're at the point of death, I don't have time for semantics.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shut up.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Marla, I do not like you abusing my friend Kevin.
Thank you,
He's
Angel.
okay. Kevin gonna be out there with them cats before too long. He getting on my nerves.
Uh-oh.
Not
What do
my
you mean with
fault.
those?
He can't drive, and he yells at me for yelling. Listen, how do you get mad at somebody because you about to kill us? We both in the car. You can't drive. I'm trying to correct your shit, and I'm the one at the fault because of my delivery.
What almost caused an accident?
He doesn't know how to
Yes, I know.
turn. He doesn't know how to. We have roundabouts up here. Do you guys got them up there?
What's a roundabout?
A roundabout. Oh, hell. How do I describe this? Can somebody give me a simple explanation to what a roundabout is? It's a roundabout.
Circle? Like a circle?
Yeah, it's like a it looks like a circle, but you have to take your exit off of that circle, so to speak.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it hasn't changed, okay? The term doesn't change. The terms never change, okay? What is your exit yesterday is your exit today. It's not a trick. That's how it goes. It's just that it's in a circle, okay? It doesn't change. He gets it. I try to tell him, like, if you hit the outside, okay, then it's going to go slower. So stay on the inside, and then when you come out of the circle, you can go, and the car behind you. So he doesn't do that, and the car behind us, for some reason, decides to slow down all the way to 5. And instead of going around the car, he's slowing down to 5. Meanwhile, there's people behind us. Just go around.
So, but some people don't want to do that.
Exactly. It's not a
You know,
race.
It isn't. It doesn't have to be about being a race. It's about learning how to drive. Like every time we're in the car, I know what questions he failed on the test.
Oh my God.
Every time we're in the car together, and this is our biggest point of contention. Well, one of them. is his driving, and he yells at me, and I'm just trying to correct him. It's just like it is. Well, this is how we do it in New York. Well, you're not in New York, damn it. If you wanted to drive like that, you should live in New York. You're in Pennsylvania. Learn the ropes or go back to New York. He
Do
doesn't.
you drive?
Huh?
Do you drive?
I drive, but I feel it's the man. The man is supposed to drive. But yes, I do drive.
Why not?
Because the man is supposed to drive.
Cromel says you're in a vicious circle, Kevin. Oh, who's that? Hold on. That's an attorney.
Everybody on here is explaining to you what a roundabout is. It's a circle. I'm reading the comments, Mark. You want me to read them out loud? You all know what they are. You wrote them. Thank you, Liam. Ha! Liam is with me. Well, hold on. Let me finish reading that. Wait a minute, Liam. Are you with me? 100%. The man should always drive it. If there's couples, the woman should sit in the back seat and the guy should sit up front. Okay. I agree with the first part of that, Liam. Yeah, the man should always drive. That's what I'm trying to tell somebody over here. Now, you lost me with that whole, if there's couples, the women should sit in the back and the guy should sit in the front. You lost me there. But the first part of that, yeah, I agree with you. The big circle with the exits. I gotta use the bathroom. Can we do an intermission break? Gosh. All right, you guys, I'm going to find you some music for a minute because I got to use the bathroom. They say don't road trip with Marla. Got it. Smart asses. All right, Jade, let me see. I'm going to find something here. All right, you guys, my bad. I have got to use the bathroom, so I'm going to do an intermission break here. What'd you do? Oh, crap. I'm going to do that. I don't even know where the volume is on here. Okay.
Okay, I'm grab.
Okay, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm back. Or at least you put Kevin on and get a man's perspective. A man's perspective on what? Kevin, you want to give us a man's perspective on something? Whatever. He's shy. Actually, you guys, he's in the witness protection program and he doesn't want anybody to identify his voice. So he tries to speak as little as possible on here.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. I am so
You're
sorry.
good. I went to the bathroom. I played him a little Chris Brown and came back.
Yeah, I was muting you because then I'll get a copyright.
Oh, damn. I forgot about that. I felt bad. It was dead air. I didn't know what to do.
No, I know. I'm sorry. But he calls late. Unbelievable this late. But no, that's one of the attorneys that works with Elio. So I was hey, you take the call whatever time you can get it. So what were we talking about? I'm sorry. Oh, we were talking about Kevin in the circle, and I wanted to know if you drive that circle.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I know how to drive, so it ain't no problem.
okay, well,
And he also he kills me because he says that I speed, but then he speeds too, but he speeds at convenience. So whenever I drive, because when the kids want to go somewhere, they want me to drive because he drives like Miss Daisy.
oh my God, poor Kevin.
You do.
Marla, how tall are you?
5'3".
Oh my God, that must be such a sight. 5'3" and 6'7".
We are a sight. You should see us.
Funny.
Yeah, you should see us. People stare for a whole bunch of reasons.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, they do.
He's 6'7" and you're 5'3".
Yeah.
Wow.
And we look
The mob rat hunter said twins.
I come up to his stomach.
Oh my God. McGriff says, I was waiting for Marla to fart during the silence.
I was playing music.
Oh God. That wouldn't happen with Marla. Ladies don't do that exactly.
Thank you. Somebody gets it.
Exactly. Marla would never.
Ad Rock. Is there a hookup going on without me knowing about it?
What happened?
Ad Rock says, Jason, you single? How old are you?
Uh-oh. What Jason?
Let me see. I think we only got one in the chat right now.
Let me see Ed Rock. What is that picture of? Is that the Statue of Liberty? And somebody with eye patch on? I can't say. That's true. No, they don't. Marla, absolutely not. Aegon Targaryen. Hopefully one night is going to come on here. Well, I would love to have him on here. So maybe one night you will come on Aegon Targaryen. He was on MREs, and I was very, very impressed. Oh, that's Lady, yes, Lady Liberty and Captain Jack. Okay. Did you know that Aegon Targaryen was in the Marines?
I did not.
Yes, he was. And he was on MREs last week. And I was very impressed with him. And I asked him maybe one night he will come on.
Oh, did you catch that stream today with MRE and Josie about that couple that they brought
Yes,
that they
I
brought up?
did.
So what
Yes,
was the
I
deal
did.
with them?
I think that was
They're not from America, right?
no, the UK.
Okay.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. See, like that's like that how can I say this? It's very disturbing. And you don't want to change it because like you don't want to shut it off because it's MRE and Josie, but it's hot like it's heartbreaking to listen to what 5 children went through.
Oh gosh, no, I don't want to know. Oh
Yeah,
no, I didn't
exactly.
know that was what it was about. Okay, never mind.
Exactly. 5 children. Ugh. Horrible. There's you know like it's really hard to comprehend that there's such evil on this planet. Like such evil that you would that you could hurt children like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're lucky that you didn't hear it. But everybody go check it out because I'll tell you I was impressed. Josie and MRE both very good in telling the whole story. It was very good. But it's just it's hard to it's hard to comprehend because it's children involved.
Yeah. I never could wrap my mind around things like that. That's just horrible.
Yeah, like this couple, this demented, sick, twisted piece of shit couple. And in England, they're a little different than they are here. Like with the punishments and stuff, they're a little different there.
So they get beheaded or something?
No, they didn't get anything. They died peacefully in prison.
Oh, please.
Yeah. But I mean, they gave him this is what they did. After he's already been in prison for killing these kids. He's a freak pedophile killer. They give him a job as a manager, not a manager, janitor, like cleaning the floors, washing the floors in prison in the juvenile department. And he raped a little boy. And he just like people are so I don't know what to say.
Oh my gosh.
People are sick. People are very, very
We
sick.
have the most incompetent people, judges, and incompetent process. I mean, I think we have the most incompetent people in power. Just so incompetent, and then they wonder why certain things. I so agree with some of that. Like, I had a friend who went to Dubai, and they're very strict over there. I didn't even know until she's like, no, that's real life. They're like serious about like there's certain things in their country where I think you can't even hold hands or something to that effect. It's very really, hun.
In Dubai, don't you have to you can't like you have to cover up. You can't like walk around like with your chest sticking out and stuff like that. I think you have to cover up in Dubai, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean they're like serious with crime over there. Like I was watching, I'm trying to remember now what I just saw. Like a couple got 10 years for dancing in the street or something. Like they don't they don't play over there. Like they don't want you touching, they don't want you showing no affection in public. Like, and they're like when it comes to certain crimes like that, like they're all about like castration and things like that. And I honestly think that we need to take some of these laws and, you know, I don't care how barbaric people think it is. I think it's barbaric to harm a child.
So
So
do I think it's barbaric to harm a
no,
child or an animal.
yes, I have no problem with you being castrated under, you know, you can control it. We'll remove the offending appendage and it'll no longer be a problem for you.
Ooh, Parasite Slayer says F Dubai and their Sharia law BS.
Well, they don't, I mean, some of their laws are, you know, I'm cool with. Like, did you see that they do now? They have like this, it's what is that girl's name? The bald stripper that used to date that rapper?
What? Right?
She's a bald stripper, but she has blonde hair. I'm trying to think of
Oh
her name.
yeah, what's her name? Rose something?
Amber.
Amber Rose.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes,
Right?
yes, her. She did some kind of a slut walk or something like that. Like I get because she said I that's the first time I'd ever heard of it. She said something about
Yeah.
she was tired of people slut shaming or something like that. She needs to hold that next slut march over there in Dubai.
Oh my God, that would never happen.
I want her to go over. I want them to take some of that shit that they do here and take it over to another country and see how you get treated for a
Yeah.
while.
Kidding. That could never be. Not over there anyway. Forget it.
You know what? It's that Amber girl. Like, see that what is a slut walk? I have no idea. I don't even know it's a thing. And she was talking about it, and I guess she started it or supports it or whatever the case may be. But yeah, she needs to do the next one in Dubai.
Was it with her clothing line? I don't remember. Something like that. And they all was it Manhattan?
I don't know. The only reason I tuned into it because she said something to the. It was right around the time that Magic Mike 2 came out. And she said that something to the effect that if she dances on a pole, she's a slut. But if what was that guy that played in Magic Mike, the lead character?
Channing Tatum?
Yeah, him, that Tatum guy. She said if she gets on a pole, she's a slut. But if he does it, he's a superstar or something like that. And it's like, bitch, he acting. He got talent. Your only talent is, you know, on your back. That's not the same thing.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't mean to be rude. I'm just saying it's not the same thing. The only reason we know who she is because she had a baby with a rapper. Like nobody, I didn't know who she was.
Who'd she have a baby with again? I forgot.
I don't. Good Lord, I don't know. I know she had a baby with a rapper. I just don't. I forget his name.
Oh, she used to be Kanye West's girlfriend, but then you're right, she had a baby with somebody, and I can't remember who that is right now.
She's a broken person. I'll tell you that much.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. She be on some crazy stuff. Yeah, I listened to that interview and I thought she has got to be saying this to draw attention to herself. There's no way she believes this stuff. But I'm starting to think that about a lot of people in Hollywood. I think some people just say certain things to draw attention to themselves. I don't think they logically believe it, but to each his own, I guess.
I think she has 2 kids now. Let me check.
Biggs. Wiz Khalifa, yeah. Wiz Khalifa, yeah, he's right. That guy right there.
And who's her second baby with?
I didn't know she had a second. Is that it? Is this it? Is that the second one?
I thought she tattooed her son's name on her forehead, and now where is it?
Yeah, really?
Oh, her ex-boyfriend is now dating Cher.
Oh, I saw something about that. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. What does that say about her?
Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, A.E. Edwards goes public with Cher. Are you kidding me?
What's he look like?
Oh, wow. Well, in one picture, he has green hair.
Never mind.
Yeah. But I could swear she had her kids' names tattooed on her head. Oh, he was cheating on her. All right.
See no evil. Oh, excuse me. I just saw that. I just saw that comment. Look.
Look what Marla, she used her private parts. What?
Oh, I didn't do that. It just went off.
As an ATM, bring the American Express. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just looked at a picture of her, a recent picture, and she doesn't have that tattoo on her head. That's why I'm asking. I haven't seen. Let's see. She has an Adam's apple. No, she doesn't.
That's so cruel.
I haven't a clue who these people are. Not often am I completely lost, but topic of rap and rappers, I choose to know nothing. She's not a rap star. I
No,
don't even
she's
know what she is. Is she like what? A model? What is she?
a jump off chick that got pregnant by the right one.
What?
That's what she is.
Oh my God.
I think she was a stripper. I don't know much about her. Like you said, she dated Kanye West, so I think that might be her claim to fame. I don't know much.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I don't know. I don't know what she's done. I don't know. Is she into fashion? Maybe.
I was going to say something, but I didn't.
Did anybody see that thing about Pamela Anderson on Netflix yet?
No, what's it about?
It's about her.
Oh, really? No, I mean like how she got discovered and her is it like a biography?
Yeah, something
Oh,
like
okay.
that. It's on Netflix.
Now she's from Canada, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's living in Canada right now. Joe Adams has no interest in those pigs. Uh-oh.
Netflix has that 90s show. First episode was okay.
How did the preview look, Parasite Slayer? How does it look? How does I saw something from Pamela and Tommy once. Oh, that's not nice, Krumel. I don't know why my daughter's dog is barking downstairs like crazy. Pamela thing. Oh, it was boring, or oh, you saw the you just saw the preview and it looked boring. All right.
I remember she used to have didn't she have a show for a while where she starred in it? She was kind of like a detective or something.
Oh, I don't remember that. I remember she was on Baywatch.
I wanted to say there was another show she was in. Hold on, let me see. It was where she was the star. I don't. I'm not. I can't
Pamela
remember.
Anderson? Or
Yeah.
that was a movie, maybe. I don't remember. Oh, she was on Tool Time. She was the Tool Time girl. Do you know that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
VIP. That's what it was called.
What? I never even heard of that.
Yeah, I shit you. Yeah, it
How
was.
many
It
episodes?
ran from 1998 to 2002.
Get out of here. She
I
was on it?
Yeah, she was the star of it. It was a show. It was VIP, and she would. I forget. It was been so long ago.
Was it a
just
Canadian show?
no. They showed it over here.
Oh, okay.
The gist of it. Maybe she was like a cop or a detective or something to that effect. I forget.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
She was also in Married with Children.
She was married with children.
Yeah, she was in the show.
Oh, what she make one appearance?
Yeah, she made an appearance. It was a Al Bundy dream.
Yeah.
And she was in The Nanny. I remember that.
The Nanny, I don't remember that.
Remember, she ended up with Fran's Danny. Remember the guy that her fiance that she broke up with.
Oh yeah, okay, I
He
remember.
was something Bigelow. I forget her name.
Parasite Slayer says that 90s show is okay for teens and older. They just imply smoking pot. It's just like that 70s show, except it's the kids now. Parents make guest appearances. Really? Hey Teacher says, I remember VIP. She played a PI with the nightclub.
Yeah, it was something to that effect.
Mm-hmm. And they don't look like they aged. I heard they left the guy Danny Masterson out of it.
Did he ever get convicted of all that stuff?
No,
Oh, he didn't?
no, they're gonna retry him again March.
Oh, wow.
Well, jury selection begins in March.
I was hoping when I used to watch The Ranch, and I was hoping they brought him back on, or they would have found him or something like that, but no, it never happened.
So I heard about that show, but I never watched it.
Oh, it was good. Yeah.
That's me, McGriff. That's not celery, it's lettuce. I'm chewing on lettuce because I'm hungry. So you watched it when they fired him, right?
Well, yeah, well, when they did it to where it kind of really worked in favor of the show, because the way they did it was he he was already kind of having issues with his then girlfriend on the show, and she was an older woman who had like a grown daughter who was, I want to say, pregnant by his brother at one point in time, but then she had miscarried the baby, and it kind of worked out where she had an ex-boyfriend. He was bothering her, and he went to go find him, or something happened, and he ended up getting in a car wreck. And then when all that stuff happened, they ended up killing him off and just said that, he had died, but they never, they never had a body or anything. So that's why I always thought they would bring him back, some way, because they never found his body. They just, or maybe they did. I'm not sure, but I don't recall them having like that scene. So yeah, that's how they did it. But it was that was a pretty good show, and he was really funny. I liked his character a lot. Him and Ashton Kutcher, they work really well together. Like they play well off of each other. That they really sold that like they were brothers. You could see that.
Good. But meanwhile, he got a mistrial, not a mistrial, a hung jury. Was it a hung jury? I think it was a hung jury. I don't know. I just feel that maybe let people continue working until they get convicted.
Yeah.
Not,
I don't like when they do that either.
like they rush to fire them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I felt that way too.
Let's see. Who are you talking about? Oh, Pamela Anderson? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't condone rape. That's so ridiculous. God. They don't condone rape. Oh, I wanted to, let me see. Everything here. All right, I showed off the list. Okay. Okay, so I got everything in there. Let me show everybody again. Hopefully I don't have to use this ever again, but if I do, I love that. I just love that. We should get a Marla Boulevard too. We could have played it while we were talking about the circle.
He's still not talking to me. Lip down low.
He what?
He's still not talking to me.
Oh, he's not talking to you.
Mm-mm.
Oh no! And then you made us talk about it on here in front of him.
Yep.
Oh my God. Uh-oh. Kevin, I don't blame you for being mad at her.
Thank you, Angel.
Aw.
See, I'm petty like that.
Like
I will put your problems out there for the world to know.
Oh my
You
God.
need help. Okay, sir. I'm trying to get you help. I'm trying to do the Christian thing right now and get you help for your
Oh
problem.
my God.
He's looking at me crazy.
Oh my God. No, Lee Cole was not on, Mr. Smith. He was not on tonight. No, It was just Marla and I all night. And it was pretty good, right, Marla?
Yeah.
Cut it out, Chanelli. Cut it out. Hold on. Okay, I'm really tired. Are you tired, Marla?
I could rest.
Okay. Is Kevin tired?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to bed. Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you for everybody for donating for Jacob.
Yes, thank
And
you.
please, 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 even $1 will help them, okay? Thank you, Carol. Thank you so
Carol.
much,
Have a
Carol.
good night.
And thank you, everybody.